Hello, and welcome to HighRollers, the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition game here on the Yogscast Twitch. I'm your Dungeon Master, Mark Sherlock Humes, and joining me this week is Tom.
Hello.
Katie.
Hi.
And Chris Trott.
Hello.
Sadly, we don't have Kim. She's not feeling very well today, so we are down a juto, but we hope that you will join us for this soon-to-be marvellous adventure full of wonderful treats and story and imagination and death. Couple of quick announcements to talk about. Regular viewers, you'll be familiar with some of these.
Nice.
First things first, we will be at MCM Comicon on the 26th to the 28th of May at London XL. London MCM Comicon, the 26th to the 28th of May.
I won't be.
Tom will not be there. Maybe we'll get Tom there in the future. You can come and be a little pity party.
Yeah. Don't promise anything.
Don't promise anything.
Don't build his hopes up.
Could I? So we're going to be there. The Yogscast will be having a booth there. We'll be signing. We'll be selling merch. All of the HighRollers merch will be there as well. So you can get your poster and your wristband and your t-shirts and everything else. The main thing to remember is on the 28th of May, which is the Sunday, there will be a HighRollers live panel. And we have a time and location
We have a time now. This is the first time hearing of
I forgot to tell you. It is...
7 a.m.
No. I think it's 11 a.m. I will double check this, but I'm pretty sure it's 11 a.m. at the Platinum Suite, which is upstairs of the main concourse. So if you've ever come to the Yogscast live shows before, that's where it's going to be. It's going to be up there. We'll be joined by guests Kit Buss, artist of Critical Role, and our good friend Matthew Toffolo as Trelemar Leith.
And Tom won't be there.
Tom won't be there. But it'll be really fun.
Sorry.
Come and check that out. You don't have to pay. It's completely free. Just come up to the Platinum Suite, 11 a.m. on the Sunday. It's an hour and a half long. It's going to be a little one-shot adventure. Should be a good laugh. And then directly after that, we're going to be doing a signing session on the Yogscast stand. The HighRollers crew. So if you've got D&D books, if you want to come and get your Korak shirt signed or your HighRollers poster signed, you can buy them at the stand.
Nice.
I'm not working this
And you're not working, so we
I
can actually chat to you and things like that.
It will also not be streamed, so if you want to catch it, you have to be there.
Yes. We are going to see if we can record it, even if it's just an audio-only recording, just so people who obviously
They don't
aren't
really
in the
have
UK...
the facilities.
No, unfortunately not. It's we were hoping that they'd be able to, but they've told us that they're not going to be able to stream it. If it is recorded, it's not going to be the best quality, but we know that a lot of you will want to watch it anyway. So we'll try and see what we can do.
It will not be canonical, though. So
It's not non-canonical,
No,
but we know a lot of people want to watch it, so we'll try.
Yeah.
So that's MCM Comicon. That's on the 26th to the 28th of May. The weekend after MCM Comicon, we'll be joining Wizards of the Coast for the Stream of Annihilation. This is a very special event on the June 2nd and June 3rd. Again, Tom's not going to be there. Neither is Matt, though. It's going to be myself, Trott, Katie and Kim. We're going to be flying out to Seattle, invited by Wizards. Very kind, many thanks to them for inviting us out. There's going to be a whole host of different D&D groups that are going to be there. We are going to be doing a little stream to promote something called HighRollers Uncharted Territory. There'll be interviews, there'll be loads of different games and loads of announcements and stuff happening. It's going to be really, really cool. That's all happening on twitch.tv/DND, and that's on June 2nd to June 3rd. I think it runs from 9 a.m. till 9 p.m. each day.
Or 10 till 10. I think it's 10 till 10.
10 till 10 each day. So it will be a little bit of UK time and US time as well. Once we know when our slot will be, we'll let you know. Currently waiting on that from the Wizards guys.
We're spamming it on Twitter, so follow us.
We've also got a Facebook page now. So it is on our Twitter. I've linked it, but I think it's DND at D&D HighRollers because every other combination is freaking taken. But that's where we are. So that's another way to keep up with us.
It's better than HighRollers 86.
Yeah, I didn't put
XX.
any numbers in there.
Yeah.
So D&D HighRollers on Facebook. If you look at our Twitter as well, the Stream of Annihilation information, the website for Wizards is pinned at the top of our Twitter page at the moment. So that's where you can find out more information.
You can get a little sneaky peek.
What are you doing?
You get a little sneaky peek of all the characters that everyone's going to be playing because it's going to be brand new characters as
And
well.
for the frequent questions, Stream of Annihilation and Uncharted Territory are two different things. But if you want to find out more about Uncharted Territory, you have to watch Stream of Annihilation.
And the other main thing is it's not replacing regular HighRollers on a Sunday. That's going to be continuing as normal. So don't worry about that.
If anything, there'll be more
to
come.
More to come. And yeah, really looking forward to that. There's going to be some really cool people we'll get to meet. There's going to be people from Critical Role. There's going to be people from Misclicks, from Dice Camera Action, Chris Perkins.
Some Australian guys coming.
Dragon Friends.
Dragon Friends. Look at this knowledge.
Knowledge
There's
is power.
another group called Girls Guts Glory. There's loads of people going. Basically, it's
And
going to be really,
obviously
really
people
good.
from Wizards as well.
Do you know who's not going?
Tom.
This guy. Speaking of Uncharted territory, who's going to be in that? Am I going to be in that?
No.
No, you're not.
You'll find out June 2nd and 3rd though who's going to be in it, but it's not Tom.
Probably the characters that are
I don't know. We can maybe bring Tom in as like a guest, like if somebody's
Don't
away.
promise
I'm not
anything.
promising. I'm saying
Can
we
I,
could.
mister?
Don't
We
build his
could.
hopes up.
Yes.
And then that's pretty much it for the announcements, apart from the usual. If you'd like to support us, please do go and buy our merch from store.yogscast.com. As always, we will read out donations at the end, so if you'd like to send us a little message, you can do a donation as well, and we'll read that out at the end.
Hashtag justice for Hazel.
Hashtag egg boys.
Please.
Hazel with
Egg
two
boys.
L's. Two L's.
Two L's.
L's. It's
Right,
important.
shall I do a quick recap
Yes,
of
please,
what
sir.
happened last time? Ongoing mission. Free Velderban, a Dwarven hill settlement
Still
from
the
the
same.
control of the
Dark
Broken
Age.
Sky. After going through some mines, rescuing some Dwarven prisoners and dealing with a mad mage, you discovered a secret entrance which led deep beneath the mountains into a long tunnel of worked stone. At the end of the tunnel, you found a message carved into the wall itself, written by a long-dead dwarf, somebody called a magus, who basically detailed that the complex before him, or before you, was a Dwarven madhouse for sorcerers and magic users. Created the prisoners, or the patients, had been responsible for creating magic items and golems, is something along those lines.
Yeah.
Some disaster,
Golems?
some golems.
Golems.
Some disaster happened, which caused the prisoners to break free, or the patients to break free. The people inside were killed. Only this one lone dwarf managed to escape. However, his escape tunnel was blocked in some sort of mechanism or some sort of accident that he caused. The details haven't been 100% clear yet. All you knew is that there were deadly traps ahead and to be cautious. You made your way inside, where you very immediately found a tiefling man being beaten by two Broken Sky agents. Near death, you saved his life and killed one of the guards, taking the other one prisoner. The tiefling male was a man called Saito, who seemed to be slightly older, maybe kind of like his 30s, red-skinned. But you really, over interrogating the Broken Sky prisoner and talking to Saito, it was revealed that he's some sort of freelance treasure hunter who was brought on by the Broken Sky to help them locate some sort of treasure, some sort of tome within this complex. However, he had tried to sneak away and to break into a vault, and so was beaten as a punishment. Upon saving him, he revealed the information to you that there is a secret vault within this complex that housed a number of magical items. You decided to accompany Saito in retrieving said items, passing through a puzzle room where you had to solve some sort of puzzle involving scales that required the balance of celestial and demonic forces, which you did. You also had to bypass a sphinx who had a cunning riddle, which Juto managed to solve very, very quickly. You made your way inside and discovered not only large amounts of coin, which Saito took as his percentage, his cut, but a number of scrolls, some potions, and 3 magical items, 2 of which belong to Cam and Elora, and the third was taken by Juto. Would you like to talk a little bit about what item have you got there, Chris?
I have the Scale Breaker, which is a little, like, really black short sword.
It's a short sword with a completely black blade that doesn't reflect light.
It's like that stuff on Reddit that you've seen. It's like there's this material that's like 99%
Pure black.
absorbs light.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah,
The
but
black.
that's exactly what it's like.
It's a Dragon Slayer short sword, so if used to attack a dragon, it deals extra damage. Also, when wielding this blade, I have advantage on stealth checks to hide from dragons, and dragons cannot use True Sight to locate me, so it's very dragon specific.
Yep, and there was a little bit of history. There's a little bit of history attached to it, where it was actually made for a dwarven assassin who was sent to slay a red worm or a red dragon that had taken hold of one of like the dwarven mountain holes, basically.
I had a very intense dream.
And you did, and you had a
Remembering
dream
that.
which has left some residual RP.
Yes. Which is, yeah, should I?
No?
No.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Katie, what item did you obtain?
Iverskald, which is a belt of frost giant strength. So it sets my strength to 23, which
She's
is
nuts.
plus 6. And previously I had -1.
Making you the strongest person you've encountered
I didn't
thus
know you
far
could go
that's
over
not a giant.
20.
Yep. You normally can't. So things like when you level up your stats at like certain level thresholds, you can't go above 20. But there are certain magic items which do allow you to do that. The belt being one of them.
OP nerf.
No. When wearer fights alongside a female ally, they cannot be frightened. And 24 hours after attuning, my hair will grow longer, and my figure will become more feminine, and I'll grow a bit.
Yep. With a certain randomness to how much you grow as well.
If only I'd worn the belt.
It would have been very interesting. Would have been very interesting. And Juto had an Ion Stone of Wisdom, which increases her wisdom. What did you get, Tom?
What did I get? What did I get indeed? I got a load of
You
scrolls.
got scrolls. You got like 5 scrolls.
These
Do
are the
you have
gems.
notes? Do you have notes of your scrolls?
Yep.
Juto took notes of all the
Yep.
scrolls.
Oh, did Juto take notes of all the
I
scrolls?
have some notes.
I'm going to be honest, these last
There
weeks,
was
I haven't
Misty
actually had a
I
pencil.
know what they are.
There was Misty Step Dimension Door.
Thank
There was
Invisibility,
Invisibility.
something
there
else, and something
was
else. I do
Dispel
have
magic.
them written down.
Dispel Magic. It's the other ones that I've already got.
I mean, I suggested we pay Saito with 2 spells of my choosing, and everyone was against
Wall
that.
of Force. Wall of Force, Fireball,
Wall of
Dispel
Force.
Magic, Misty Step, Potion of Invisibility, Potion of Acid Resistance.
Glad
and
somebody makes
something
notes in this
else.
group.
There was one other scroll that I
I
missed.
can't read and write. I'm just being
but Juto
character
has it,
marked.
but yeah.
I can.
We left things with you making your way back from the vault and heading down the other path. When you would first arrive in this complex, you had a chance of choosing left or right.
Going to the
Saito
surface,
led
right?
you right, which basically took you to the vault.
Yeah.
You are now heading left. You made your way through into a large, open, sort of almost like an entrance hall. Kind of imagine Mines of Moria from Lord of the Rings, big stone columns, big vaulted ceilings.
Can we go back to meet Grunker again?
You
Yeah, we
did
did.
also collect Gronka,
Okay.
the half-orc.
She was at the front.
Yeah.
Of the
So you
establishment.
currently have Cassandra, Gronka, and this tiefling Saito accompanying you.
Okay.
You left a halfling agent at the Broken Sky in the vault as well. You didn't lock it, but you just kind of left it behind. You made your way into this kind of large entrance hall, part of which had been partially collapsed, and a hasty scaffolding built to kind of push away a large amount of this rubble, leading to another path that led deeper into the complex. Also leading out of that entranceway is a path that Saito told you leads to the surface. We begin things with, as you had taken some time to attune to your new magic items, you'd actually taken an hour to kind of meditate and rest. As that kind of is nearing the approaching end, you begin to kind of hear like a faint, low rumbling sound. It's almost a reverberation, rather than anything moving towards you, almost as if like the walls themselves are ever so slightly shaking.
Everybody stop.
Everybody stops.
Reynard,
Yeah.
are you consistently farting right now?
No, you're attuning
Because
to your
that's
item.
disgusting. We're
It's
in
not
enclosed
me.
spaces.
It's probably Grunker.
I wish, she says, like kind of like shrugging her shoulders, like flicking her chains a bit. Juto looks to you to kind of give an eye roll, but as she does, there is a kind of almost like a pulse of light that kind of throughout the chamber. Saito kind of looks at it, kind of jumps to almost try and pull Juto out of the way, but as it hits the two of them, the rest of you, it kind of passes through, you feel a faint tingling sensation. As soon as it touches Juto and Saito, they vanish.
Wowza. Saito too? Okay.
Sorry.
I don't know what you're talking about, Pastor.
That was always going to happen.
That was always going to happen.
Wow. Oh shit.
And they vanish.
That's not supposed to happen.
Does this happen often with them?
No.
That's pretty good.
No, it's the first for tieflings disappearing.
Gronka, have
With a
you seen?
flashlight.
Have you seen
Grunka
this
looks
happen?
around. This is why I just rolled. Grunka looks around. Is like, don't know a lot about magic, but I have a strange feeling that whatever that was, it targeted demons. I reckon it's taken them to another plane of existence. I rolled a natural 20 on an Arcana check.
Really?
For somebody who doesn't know a lot about magic.
Oh shit.
I mean,
I can't.
Cassandra just looks and is like,
Elora's really worried, but Katie can't deal right now.
There's some
So
sort
I'm
of
just gonna-
residual arcane arts that's causing us to involuntarily laugh about this tragic matter.
terrible
well,
matter.
Cassandra, Cam, if this was targeting demons, did you feel anything being of the opposite?
Do you remember the big fucking scales, Reynard?
No,
where
I
I
know
was in
you're
the
right.
opposite.
You said being
Oh,
opposite.
okay. Look, I'm just dealing with this situation in a weird way.
Do you know anything about this?
About what?
This light, the banishing of demons. Do you know any? Is this anything that you
I
can do?
lick
as
my
light
finger
walkers?
and put my finger in the air as if to catch some residual arcane
Give me an
force.
Arcana check.
It's like seeing which way the wind's blowing, but for arcane.
Yeah,
I don't
Arcana
know-
check.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. 10.
It's magic.
9.
Definitely magic.
It's obviously some form of magic. Reynard.
It's probably the broken sky.
Brilliant.
Maybe the halfling woke up.
After, how long do you guys debate stuff, do you reckon, for?
Oh, at
Not-
least 2 minutes.
At least 2 minutes. Well, you're quite convenient, because after a minute, a small mole comes up, and it looks around, it sees Elora, and it scurries over to Elora, and it starts chattering away.
No.
Sorry, what?
It's just
What?
it's like making noises, but it's like looking at you as if
Kill
it was
it.
trying to talk to you.
Laura, watch out! And I'll dive to grab it.
It like scurries away. Like, give me an attack roll.
Attack roll.
Don't attack it. I
just
can't
wanted
talk
to
to it
grab it.
today.
So
Strength and proficiency.
17.
17. Yeah, you scoop it up. It's this little tiny mole, and it's like.
A mole.
I can't talk to it right now.
Can I do a nature check to see why a mole would be in an
Yeah, why would
underground
it? Why would it?
Yeah, that's a
ruined
good question.
establishment?
I'm going to hold it in front of him.
Can I take it? I'll take it.
Yeah.
Because it wanted
It
to
calms
talk
down.
to
It
me.
calms down once Elora takes
9
it.
again.
Okay, so it stops.
Moles live underground.
Probably Doug here.
Good. Great. Why are we? Why do we care about this?
That's
Can
not
we-
Juto, is it?
What?
That's not a combined
Does it look
version
like
of the
it's
two
Juto?
tieflings as a mole.
It does not.
There would be two.
There was a flash
and
of light that
it's
disappeared,
not.
and now a mole's here.
Let me just try something. Can I just take it off you again?
You could just hold it up.
All
Go
right.
on.
Put it closer to my face.
It's making mole now noises.
So it's not like going at me or anything.
No.
I
It's
don't
just like
think
it doesn't like being held by you, but it's kind of like scrabbling around.
Juto
No.
would claw me.
No, you're right.
Yeah, here you go. I'll just throw it back at you.
Can I see? Can I try and just
There's an animal handler.
Give me a nature
figure out
check.
what it's trying
Yeah.
to do?
Yeah, I'll do a nature check too.
Give me a nature check.
It's a natural 20.
Oh fuck! Just that's better than me, so I'm not even gonna.
It's a
wrong spell.
really intelligent
It's
mole.
definitely there is something about this mole. First of all, it is likely not. It does not live down this far. It's probably dug here from nearby. You get the sense that it's been compelled to come and. It's been compelled to seek out Elora. It's not acting under a natural instinct. You also you are aware of there is a spell called Animal Messenger,
Yes,
Yeah.
there is.
which
I have it.
basically you can use an animal to deliver a message.
Someone is sending us a message
I mean,
Why a mole?
Oh, actually, hang on.
because it can be.
Okay.
any
Sorry.
Why a mole?
So as you're kind of holding it up, it looks at you, and it's almost like the spell effect took a while to. It's like the DM had to read what the spell did.
I think it's meant to use the person's voice, isn't it? Mark?
It does. Yes. Saito's voice
Okay.
just comes through, and it's just like, don't know what happened, don't know where we are, have limited words, we're fine. Surface.
They're on the surface.
But why a mole?
Well,
And then the
maybe
mole
he
goes
thought-
back to.
It might be all that he could let. The
You
mole
would
go.
know, if you know the spell, it's about 25 words is all they get in the spell.
I would know that as well because
Yeah.
I
If you
have
know the
that
spell.
ability.
Yeah.
There may only be moles
The mole goes on the ground and then digs down.
where they are.
It might have been the only thing he could find
Mole
to
Valley.
deliver the.
That's where they are.
Yeah.
They're in Mole Valley.
I've been
They're
there.
they're on the surface.
There's a whole valley of moles. I've heard of it. They're myths.
Okay.
Incredible.
Grunker looks at you, it's just like, yeah,
I wish the light took me.
yeah. It's a Mole Valley.
That's better.
You'd make a
better
great
than
mole
Fire
man.
Giant.
Thanks. Thanks, Grunker. See, someone has an idea of who I am
Little C.
out of this group. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. We've got the work to do. Let's not.
Cassandra
fuss
just
about.
looks and it's just like, okay, well, as long as Miss Jing is safe, I believe the other tiefling was, and she points to this where the scaffolding has kind of been created to create a path that leads to a doorway. The male tiefling was going to lead us down there. That's where he said this fire giant is.
I mean, it's all well and good, Juto and what was his name?
Well, it's quite
Saito
convenient,
is
isn't
safe,
it, that they both went?
But we're not safe.
What do you mean we're not safe?
I mean, we're about to face off against what's
An
down
evil
there.
creature that has enslaved a town, yes.
And we've just lost 2.
Ah,
I mean, we've gained Cassandra and Grunker. I love
yeah.
that name.
Grunker, are you laughing at my name again?
No, Grunker.
You better not be.
It's very funny though. I mean,
So you are.
so
So you are laughing at
no,
her
I'm not.
name.
No. Sorry.
She just grins.
For a
She
sec-
grins and her big fangs just kind of stick out of her mouth.
Oh, that's adorable, Grunker.
It's like,
Sorry, said it again.
an eyebrow raises.
Uh-huh.
So you're right. That spell didn't do it. It not made his brain like a mole brain or anything like
Must have done. Just, I think it's a spell that makes
Unfortunately,
your name
he's
really
always like
funny.
this. He's always like this. Anyway, did he say anything about traps that were coming this way? He didn't say
Grunker
anything
just shrugs.
before he
You left me in that room for ages. I don't really pay much attention.
If this is
I was having a
the
fucking sleep.
if this is the current place where all the bad Broken Sky giant people are, they may not want people to follow them.
Cassandra does say, I do remember Mr. Saito saying that there weren't many agents left, only those that were with the fire giant. Most of them, she didn't actually bring a large guard with her.
Oh, okay.
she can take care of herself.
So that's why they were using the Talis Val soldiers to get through the traps and things like that.
But would they want to be interrupted, even
No.
if they can take care of themselves?
No, but I don't think there may still be traps though.
Yes.
There's probably traps between us and her, but
We were told of many traps, and we didn't see any on the way to the vault, other than puzzles. But
Yes.
I don't think we need to worry because in my time adventuring, not once
As a
have I-
mole man.
Not once have I fallen victim to a trap. Not once. Let's move on. I'll take the lead.
Do you want to do a deception check on that? Because you have. You have absolutely fallen victim to trap.
20.
Oh. Cassandra kind of is like, yeah,
I've-
yeah, right. Grunker's like, "Oh, she seems quite impressed. She's like, oh. Well, lead
This
the
way.
way, trap expert.
I will. Okay.
Okay,
I
so,
mean, oh, okay.
go on. No, please.
I can find traps if you really want me to.
Have you been marking off those spell slots?
I have. Can I
We
not
took a long
recover any
rest,
from
though.
You
the?
do not. It's long rest. You get them back.
Yes.
Right.
spells
Well, I've
are
only
long
used
rest.
it.
You used it in the
twice.
vault.
I used it twice. I got one
used it
more.
twice.
Can I do it at the higher levels?
We'll be fine.
Because I've got another
Probably.
2 slots at higher level.
Really fine traps.
Yeah. I want to find more traps.
Deeper traps.
Deep traps. No.
Good. Well, I can do it once more.
I don't know if that's
Okay.
a
You
general.
don't need to, Reynard.
Okay.
I just gave a very confident speech, and I will fulfill that.
Speaking of confident speeches, we may be a team member down. 2 team members, if Saito was.
Saito
gonna
wasn't
join
a
us.
team member.
Okay, we're a team member
Oh
down.
no! You can use any. You can cast any spell with a high level spell slot. However, some spells have better effects when cast at high
Oh,
level.
So it just doesn't have an effect. Okay.
yeah.
So it's just the same.
Yeah, we're a team member down.
Mm.
Someone who does a lot of damage is really terrifying.
Mm.
But we got to that vault. Well, she solved the riddle, but we could have done it ourselves.
I know
I
somebody
suppose.
that deals loads of damage, and then Grunker just flexes her arms.
Exactly, we've replaced her with Grunker.
A.
Sorry, there it is.
B.
Grunker.
What's your AC, Tom?
My AC is 15.
Wham! Like this powerful fist just socks you across the face.
Okay.
2 damage.
You're right. Gronk, you are a huge
Oh.
hitter. It's amazing.
That's good.
She's just like, I fucking told you not to laugh at
Okay,
my name.
Grunker, sorry. Anyway, we've
Don't
replaced...
think your fucking nice face is going to stop me mashing it in with my fists.
Very nice face, thank you.
Alora's very amused by the fact that the men
For
are
an
getting beaten
orc
up.
face, I guess.
As I was saying...
Grunker winks.
We've replaced Juto with Grunker, who is, by the way, ow!
Yeah. Very strong.
I think we can do this. This was an inspiring speech, by the way.
Oh, are you actually using your inspiring leader feat? Okay. Okay. So, describe to us, and what does that do?
Well, I mean, I've just been punched. Does that still work?
Yeah, it does still work. Yeah.
Well,
It's
I
just
just
10 minutes.
You know, I just sort of said, you know, we can face whatever we go against. We've maybe a team member down, but we've got Grunker. We've got Grunker. And we've got a mole. Wait, that's gone.
We don't have them all.
But, you know, we've been through loads. We can do it.
We can do it. It's fine.
Okay.
We
Do
can
I
do it.
feel an otherworldly sense of inspiration
Well,
other than the
what
words?
is the effect? It's not otherworldly. This is actually purely genuine.
Pure inspiration. You gain, I remember it being 13, but it's because of
Oh, it
my...
was 13.
Yeah, it's
13.
my
And everybody gets
charisma.
that, I think. Anybody that can hear you, right? Or is it a
Anyone
certain number of
I
creatures?
think it might be up to 6.
Oh, that's
13.
fine. That still
Yeah.
includes all of you. So
13 what?
13 temporary
Temporary
hit points.
Ah. 13.
Hey, 13's better than now.
I was wondering what the 13 was going to be.
Ah,
13.
13 plus to combat.
13 THP.
Oh.
THP.
Right.
Well, at least we have
So, yeah.
Cass and Grunker
Yes.
on top of you.
And a meat shield.
Yeah, well,
Let's go. I start storming off down
Okay.
underneath the scaffolding.
How, first of all, marching order, and how are you proceeding? Are you keeping an eye out for certain things? Are you doing anything to like
I'm
test
gonna
as you go? I'd like to know.
Confidently strut under
Okay.
the scaffolding, but as soon as we're past the scaffolding, I'm a bit more cautious and stealthy, like looking around.
I wanna
Are you
check
trying to
for
be
traps.
stealthy?
Yes.
Actually, I'm going to cast Pass Without
So
Trace
I will
on
tell you
us.
now, the passageway is quite wide. It's about a 20-foot wide corridor. So 4 of you can move basically shoulder to shoulder. Who is at the front? Who is doing what?
I'm at the front.
I will go behind,
Cassandra will
at quite
I'll
a
go at the
distance.
front.
move with you. Like she'll stand in the front ready for combat.
I'll be next to Cass.
I do
Okay.
some military hand gestures to signify that we should skirt the walls nice, deep and low.
Okay.
And split on either side.
Okay, well, I'll
But
look
just
at
with hand
Laura
gestures.
and just say,
Like,
okay, I'm going to go forward.
Being an idiot.
Grunker looks around, he's like, why are you all waving your arms?
Shh, Grunker.
Freaking- Just. Men. What?
She grabs your shirt and then pulls you close and then throws you back again. Like, what? It's ripped your shirt a bit.
What? Grunker!
You said grab your shirt, pull you in, and then throw you away.
No, I said.
Wait, do you know military drills in Orcish?
While they're
can
doing
speak
this,
orc.
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna check around for traps to see if I can see any
Okay,
traps.
sure. Give me an investigation check. Or perception check. It's just to, if you are you trying to spot or are you like testing the walls? And, like,
24.
how are you doing it? Describe to me your process.
I don't know. I want to try and see if there's any like on the floor, like get down low and see if there's any tiles that look off or
That look
the
loose.
floor that looks
And you're gonna,
like
and you're
it
gonna
might
keep
move.
doing that every now and then. You just stop.
just every
and-
now and then. Just try and look at the walls as well. To
Okay.
see.
Right. So you're doing that. Are you in Orcish going to attempt to use Orcish hand signals?
It's not worth it. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna be walking like quite a distance behind like Cam and Cassandra.
Uh huh.
So you know, if they get hit, I don't get hit.
Okay.
But also while they're going, I'm gonna sort of like look along the walls, along the ceiling, see if there's any tripwires.
Okay.
Sort of the same as
Okay.
yeah.
You give me a investigation check. Cam, what are you doing?
20.
I'm mostly trying to perfect my military hand gestures
Gestures, okay.
and try
That's
and
what
get
you're
that through to everybody else.
Okay.
Because I'm enraptured by trying to convince everybody to split off into 2 rows, skirting the
Nobody
walls
is doing
low.
that so far. So far, no one is doing that.
If he keeps doing it, I'm just gonna slap him in the arm.
With your 20,
Natural
and
20.
you got 24. There are no traps in the immediate area, but I will keep those checks in mind
Okay.
for a moment. Cassandra just looks around. I'm not very good at this sort of thing. I will be at the ready if anything happens.
I'm gonna slap his arm again, but harder this time.
Ow. I just put a cast light on my bandana.
Okay. Grunker basically just walks next to you, kind of a bit clueless. Like when you crouch down, she'll like look around, like she looks around
Well,
awkwardly.
anytime I crouch, I'm just gonna like.
And like reels it back to hit you. No, okay. There's that. You proceed down this corridor. about this manor. Every now and then, Alora just kind of stepping up front, checking, looking at the floor, looking at the walls. Cassandra just basically keeping pace along with Alora and Cam, just kind of keeping an eye out, looking more for actual dangers like monsters or agents of the Broken Sky, that sort of thing. Grunker just looking confused along with Reynard. Reynard's kind of doing the same thing as Alora, but like 20 feet behind, so it's kind of redundant, but he justifies it to himself somehow. Eventually, the corridor leads you quite far into the complex. You've maybe been traveling for quite a bit, maybe like 5-6 minutes or so. And you approach one section. Sometimes there are like little corridors that lead off, but most of them have fully caved in and been blocked off by stone, like fallen stone. But you eventually approach one section that seems to open up into a large room, and the corridor seems to continue on the other side of it. The room itself kind of seems to be full of various materials. It feels incredibly warm as you approach it, almost like that there is something being heated inside of it somewhere. There is the smell of baked clay, and you can see in the very middle there is a kind of raised dais with a rotating disc, upon which stands a large inanimate figure, like a humanoid figure, completely genderless, just kind of almost like in a mold, like almost like a silicone mold, and it has a large pipe connected to the stone roof. Scattered around the room, you can see, looking in from the corridor, you can see that there are bodies of Talis Val soldiers, dwarves, and at least one Broken Sky agent. It's difficult to tell what's killed them from this distance, as you're still outside the room. I'd like everybody to put their miniatures just in this little corridor here. I do have some for Cass and Grunker. Now, Elora, you were at the front, along with Cass. Reynard and Grunker at the back. Cam, do you want to put Cam at the front as well?
Yeah, I'm at the front.
Okay.
Definitely along the wall, though.
Yep, yeah, that's fine. Elora, because you were keeping an eye out for this, because with your perception check, you notice just before you enter the room, and you manage to stop everybody in time, around the door frame appears to be a strip of glowing runes. They're faint, they were very difficult to see, but they kind of go completely around the door frame.
Which door frame?
As in the corridor, not necessarily the door frame, but kind of around along the floor and up the sides and along the ceiling, just before you would step into the room.
What colour did you say they were?
They glow faint blue, but very, very faint.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if I know
what?
Sure
Thing, Frank.
Golems.
That's a 16.
I could try and read it.
Oh. That is a 16.
16. The runes themselves, it's not a language. You understand their purpose pretty well, though. You've practiced magic. Your father's a magic user. You've kind of learnt a few things from him. The runes form some sort of detection system. Likely anything that passes through them, like across this point, it will detect something about them. I'm not quite sure what.
Runes.
Once she points them out, they become a lot more
obvious.
It's
a big room.
Rune,
Right,
Cam.
Yes.
Anything?
Of course.
Sandra looks a bit concerned. Yes. Is this a trap? Will it
Some
trigger?
kind of detection
Reynard.
system.
Yes.
Do you want to be useful?
Do I? I am
once.
always useful.
A scroll. Dispel magic. Dispel it.
Do
Now?
we know if that would work on a
Just
rune?
use it like sandpaper and just kind of rub it against the runes.
I mean, I'm not a
Well,
magic
good.
user. Does
Give it to
anyone
me.
want to... Oh, here you go.
I'll use the scroll
Okay.
on the...
I would like you to roll a d20 plus your wisdom modifier.
I'm gonna use luck.
You're going to use luck.
Oh.
22.
Okay. You pull out the scroll, this parchment. Ancient vellum. Beautiful kind of like gold, silver capstones. You pull it out. The writing's a bit faded, but it's readable enough. You're familiar with the spell. You speak the words, and you feel a pulse of magic, and that faint glow disappears. What does everybody do right now?
I step backwards. And
You step backwards.
crouch down, really small.
Seems like it's good to go in.
No, don't. I'm gonna stop Reynard from moving in.
Okay, so you stop Reynard from moving in. Yeah, Cassandra is also about to step forward, but so you're going to hold them
I'm
back?
just gonna hold everyone
Okay.
back.
All right. So this is what happens.
Just now.
So you do that. The runes fade. The dispel magic goes.
All right, jump in. I jump in.
No, at this point, your action was you crouched.
Shit, all
After about 6 seconds, the runes begin glowing again.
Shit.
and the spell, the writing's vanished off the scroll.
Okay.
Seems like it was good to go in.
It probably was.
Oh, we didn't know that, okay?
Remember that staff we gave to the kobolds? That was
That-
to dispel magic too.
No, it wasn't. It was to detect magic.
We could have detected the magic.
And how long it lasts.
Well, the wand would have allowed you to do things like identify, which you probably may have been able to use to work out its exact purpose.
I can dispel magic.
Can you?
So what is this spell, Alora?
All you know is that it is some sort of magical detection system. Like when a creature passes these runes, it detects.
It's a level 3 spell for me, but I can do it.
Yes.
When a creature goes through.
We're a creature.
We are all.
I
It
mean-
would detect any of us.
Don't know how much use my sword will be, but is there anything? Can I see?
Dispel magic.
Okay.
Get ready to run!
Roll a d20 plus your wisdom modifier, please, and expend a spell slot.
Oui, bonjour. 18 plus 4.
Okay.
So 22. Yeah.
22. Again, Cam whoom, casts a spell. The runes fade.
I dive.
Walk
Everybody
across
dives
the
through.
line.
I'm diving
Okay.
through. I
Move
wanna-
everybody into the room.
Oh, did you literally faceplant?
Like, "Meh!" He like
I
trips.
launch.
Everybody kind of jumps through with the 6 seconds you have, and then after 6 seconds, you see the runes glow once again.
Well,
What do we see once we're
Now
in?
that you're actually inside the room, you see the same thing. This room appears to be a kind of mixture of a workshop. There are crates and barrels with supplies. They all look like sculptor's tools. In the back of the room, these two here, you can see 2 large kilns, large open ovens, large enough for the mold you can see on this kind of spinning dais to fit inside. And it looks like one of them already has some sort of like shape inside of it currently. They are blazing hot, and in fact, Elora and Cassandra, you can feel this really strong heat emanating from these kilns. There are bodies kind of scattered pretty much everywhere. Some of the tables have been ransacked. The shelving units you can see have been cleared and ransacked as well. But other than that, there is no other signs of
Can
anything.
I look at one of the bodies and see if I can determine?
You absolutely
what
can.
killed them?
That's going to be a medicine check.
We know they were using the Talisfal soldiers to defuse the traps, but why are they bringing them back?
13.
13. Judging by it, there's clear signs of blunt force trauma.
Right.
Some of them have got broken necks. Some of them have got smashed ribs. It looks pretty bad. It looks like that they've been physically beaten by something very strong. There's also some very strange discoloration of the skin, but you're not really sure what that's caused by. It could just be part of the... It could be bruising or something. You're not really sure.
I'm going to try and rub some of that discoloration.
As you touch it, it's definitely... There's almost like the skin flakes away and the raw muscle has been deadened and blackened beneath it. Give me a medicine check with advantage.
23.
23. You're not super familiar with what exactly caused this, but you've seen similar effects. Undead can sometimes have this effect where they can wither the flesh, and it actually drains the life force away. It kind of almost turns the flesh to like a brittle, kind of almost like dust, and it just flakes away. And it's some sort of contact with a substance maybe has caused this.
Okay, some sort of undead.
Mechanical effects, I will tell you with your 23 as well. What's probably happened is their hit point maximum was reduced to the point where it killed them. Like they literally, their life force was shredded away as this substance ate away at their life force.
They were hit with something that drained their life essence until they died.
Do we know of anything that can do that?
Undead.
You've encountered, it was long ago, you encountered a spirit. It was in fact when you first met inside a tomb.
Oh, God.
There was a spirit that had a very similar effect on Cam when it attacked them.
Yeah, so whether these golems are imbued with properties that can
Does it look
do
like
that.
it's a golem that we've heard about?
So
Because we heard that she was trying to the giant is trying to make golems.
Yes.
So
you know that she's trying to make golems. You've heard of golems. I don't think you guys have ever encountered one specifically. A wooden golem, actually, you encountered the ferryman in the Underdark. Looking at this dais with this mold, there's definitely, they're creating something. Judging by the kiln, the strong smell of clay, maybe they're making clay golems, golems made out of clay, but you've never heard of those kind of creatures before.
I'm going to go up to this mold.
So you kind of step up, and there's this raised dais on this platform.
See if I can sense any magical aura that's been enchanted into the material.
Arcana check.
can I have a look at the pipe that's above
12?
it as well?
12. There's definitely magic. You can see on the mold itself there are dwarven runes glowing ever so slightly, similar to the ones on the door, but kind of different. Clearly magic involved in the creation process of these things. Looking at the pipe, it seems to extend directly from the top of the mold and goes into the heavy worked stone above.
Probably comes from the kiln.
Does it look like it's heat?
No, it
that's
doesn't attach to the
coming in?
kiln. The kiln's kind of separated. It just seems to vanish up into the top of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we?
Can I just go here and just have a look down this hallway? Just
Yeah.
as best I can?
So you look down that hallway, and looking down, it seems to lead further into the complex, takes a sharp turn to the right, and then just carries on.
Okay. Cool. Is there...
Give me a perception check, actually, when you look down that corridor.
6 plus perception... 12.
12. No, you don't notice anything else.
Cool.
Like, it looks very similar to the corridor that you went down before. There doesn't seem to be anything strange. Cassandra will move up next to Cam, and he's just like, what do you think? Is this thing dangerous?
Oh yeah, it's imbued with magic.
Should we destroy it?
Yeah.
Well...
Is it
She
awake?
starts drawing the sword, like...
Cassandra?
I'll wait until you tell me,
We
but...
could at least break the pipe maybe to prevent more from being made.
Yes?
It's the furnaces that are making more, isn't it? Can I look at the furnace and see if there's a way to
As you get probably within...
just look at it from a distance?
I mean, looking at it from a distance, yeah. Give me a perception check.
Nope. I see
It's so hard to see. There is definitely clearly fire, like magical fire, but kind of roaring
Magical
inside.
fire.
You can see a figure, kind of, in this thing, but it's stationary. It's just like
So
that.
standing.
Just standing, completely stationary.
Are there... I don't know why all the bodies are down here. Like, are there...
This is the one with. Oh no, sorry. This is the one with the figure in it. This one is empty, but it still has the fire.
Okay.
Like, are there... Around the room, are there, like, drag marks from the bodies?
there
Or,
any-
like... I don't know, blood smears or anything like that?
There's not blood smears as in like they've been dragged. There is blood from these people that have, things like where arms have been snapped off and things like that. There's definitely blood. There is signs of a struggle, I would say.
Is there any?
There is signs of battle.
Is there any clay marks that go anywhere outside of this room, like from the golem?
Good question. Survival check, just to see how much you pick up on. Oh, very good. I know that you've got quite a bit on that as well.
26.
26. Looking around, it would have been hidden. Somebody without your skills in tracking probably would have missed this. There is dried clay, very faint traces, both leading out the way you came and the corridor leading further down. And yeah, very much, it seems to, the tracks come from one of three places. The two kilns or the central dais.
So they've all had tracks going from them then?
To and from.
Right.
The Talisval soldiers on the ground, do they have any collars?
No, they don't. The dwarf does. There is a few dwarf bodies, and all of the dwarf bodies do have collars.
I think I might know what happened here.
Grunker's like, yeah,
Please.
they killed my men.
Yeah.
Well,
Some creature or these giants or whatever.
Do you know any of these bodies?
Yeah, of course. They're my men. They're my friends.
Oh.
what's this one's name?
She looks down. Jorna.
And this one's?
Timwin.
And this one's?
She like looks at you. This isn't a game, pretty boy. These are my soldiers.
Making sure.
There's clay marks going from the furnaces and the middle dais out of this room.
I believe the fire giant came in here hoping to wrest control of the golem maker.
One thing I will tell you, with your good survival check, leading from the kiln there is sets of footprints, but it only comes from the kiln out. And there's only one set. Going up to the central dais, it's almost always 2 sets. And it goes up to the dais and then back.
It's a lovely theory, Reynard. But just let the brains think about this. Alora?
I will relay that information to them.
Okay.
Grunker's like, what are we waiting for? We should destroy this thing.
I think that might activate them. I'm worried that
I don't know if they're active at the moment.
They probably are. And I reckon, had we...
Well, then let's stop wasting time and get out.
There's probably runes on the other side too.
Yeah, can I go and check the other side and see if there is...
You head on over to the other side. As you go over there, there is absolutely runes on the other side that match the same detection system magic.
Okay.
No. It's a very powerful spell to get rid of that.
Whatever it is, someone's trying to protect this room.
Yeah.
So, does it mean it's weak and we can attack, or...
I don't think it's
I think
ever
it's
weak.
just a bottleneck, right? The Talisval army came through here trying to storm the broken sky. It activated the golems. They got butchered. It's simple.
Yeah, that could be how they're activated.
See, I was thinking...
We didn't come this far. We only made it to the town before they grabbed us, this Grunker.
That's the
So
thing.
they grabbed us all in the town.
Were they captured and then thrown into here to die?
They were captured in the town. They were brought to the mines for a while. They were starting to mine stuff, but then that Vesuvius, the mage, he said he came and took loads of my men, said that the giants needed them. I overheard some of the guards saying that they were using them to get through this death trap.
I think they were using
I think they've used them to
As
get
a
through.
everyone
distraction.
to throw into this room so they could take control of the Golem Maker. That's my theory.
Oh,
That's
because
what
he
I
was protecting himself by being in this room.
Maybe?
Who?
Anyone that walked into this room would activate the golems and they'd attack him, so the Golem Maker could well have been in here, hiding.
Did you say there's only one Broken Sky person in here?
There's only one Broken Sky body, yes.
Does it look like a captain, a lieutenant, or anything?
Looks like a
Just
foot soldier.
regular?
Like the ones that you fought
Wait.
that had Saito.
How about these bodies have undead markings, like their life essence was drained from them?
Mm.
Is that what's needed to make a golem?
It could well be they were
That they
casting
made a
some
golem army?
spell on the
Potentially,
soldiers
yeah.
to take control of
I
them.
think that's what they're trying to do, is make an army.
Grunker looks very confused and is like smacking her chains against the ground. She's kind of getting agitated. Cassandra steps forward and she's like, I can't pretend to understand the machinations of this evil group. We have 2 choices. We either continue on or, and I say this as merely an opinion, I will of course bow to what you wish. If this place remains, there is always a chance that some other nefarious user will come and discover it.
Yes. But
However, I understand that putting oneself into unnecessary risk is not everybody's choice. I am more than happy to return here with other paladins of Bahamut and other warriors, military forces, to destroy it at a later date.
The fire giant took control of the golems for herself? Him?
Yes, for the Broken Sky.
Yeah.
Yes.
There must be some way
So yeah,
we
it
could
can't.
use it.
Too risky. I don't think it should be allowed
think it
to be
requires
used
a
by
lot.
anyone.
Can't see any control mechanisms here. There are tools. There are things like, you can see almost like enlarged. You've seen potters like making pots before and doing engravings. It's almost like enlarged versions of like the tools that they use to make those, kind of like long tools like made for carving away the wet clay.
Yeah. Don't suppose I can read any of the runes around the...
You speak Dwarvish, don't you?
yeah.
The runes on the mold, no. There are runes on things like the barrels and the shelves, and they're all very strange things. Like it seems to be strange ingredients, quicksand gravel and things like that, or mercury, things like odd kind of chemical ingredients in the dried clay, that sort of thing. It's all sorts of kind of like it's almost like ingredients.
Does it look like the things that they've been mining for as well?
No, there's no ores or anything like that
Okay.
here.
Well,
No.
I'm mining for them.
Something else.
Weapons.
It doesn't
Yeah.
seem like they're using any of the bodies to actually make the golems.
I would say that does not appear to be the case from what you can see.
So we either
The
destroy
bodies
it
have been
just
left,
now.
basically.
But their life essence has been drained. I
Yes.
think that's what's used to give them life.
I get you now.
That's what I think.
We
I'm
either
very clever.
we either destroy it now
Even
or we
more
destroy
reason
it
to
later.
destroy it now.
Yes, we don't want more bodies to be sacrificed.
We also don't want to golem
It is
army.
your decision. I do not wish to pressure you into this. I am more than happy to return here later
I feel.
when time is less pressing.
I feel.
How long do we reckon we have before the giants have been told to leave the complex?
You knew that you had like a day before they were going to leave because Grunker had overheard.
Yeah.
And Vesuvius told you a bunch of information as well. Vesuvius had basically said that after you left, after you attacked it the first time and had to flee, the giants contacted Falania and Falania gave them 3 days before they had to leave.
Yep.
You took a day to go back, rest, come back. You've been adventuring in the mines and helping out the town and stuff for maybe about another day. So you have about 24 hours left.
I think we have time to, if we wanted to take this thing down, we could do that.
I have a plan. Are you ready?
Please share it with us, Mr. Buckland.
I breathe in and stick out my chest as if I'm about to recite some sort of incredible poem.
Sandra leans on a sword.
The scaffolding that held up crumbling ruins as we came into the corridor. Let's look at the structural integrity of this room and see if we can cause another collapse.
I would like to roll my perception then.
Yep. Perception or investigation would probably be the right call here.
Investigation.
To see the structural.
12.
It's pretty sturdy looking stone. It's all been very well crafted. It doesn't look like it's particularly weak. There are no actual pillar supports here. You kind of get the feeling maybe it's been carved out of the natural rock itself.
Very difficult.
You can all thank me individually.
I would say, yeah, I mean, none of you are really dwarves. You're not really sure the level, what the kind of level of force it would be required to have collapsed that central chamber. You're not really sure.
I mean, there must be some room above us. There's a pipe going somewhere. So we must be
It
able
might just be going to the surface.
You're not sure.
To be a vent of some sort.
pipe
we
gets
don't know.
destroyed.
Is the
we
pipe
don't know
bigger
what's
than
gonna
the
happen.
golem?
No,
Oh, yeah,
it's
it
not
was.
bigger than the golem. The pipe is maybe about sort of this wide.
Is it attached to it?
It's attached to the mold. The golem itself is like, it's not actually like a freestanding golem there. It's almost like a big sort of central, kind of almost like a sarcophagus or an Iron Maiden.
This is where the
right.
material
And it's got
going.
the shape of the golem,
Right.
The
but
materials
then
go
it's
into
got
the
like
mold.
almost like a mold, like a pressed mold together. So it's got the
okay.
shape of a person and a
Okay.
big pipe coming out the top,
All the
out
materials
the top of his head.
go into the pipe. Wherever that pipe is, goes to. It fills up the mold. Then they
Makes
take
one.
the mold, put it in the kiln,
Okay.
fire it.
So whatever's in
Gotcha.
there, it's unfinished. That's not a threat to us.
You don't know, but there's a lot of magic on it right now.
Likely. It could be that that's what creates them, but if it's not being activated, whatever's in there now.
I'm gonna prod it.
You prod the mold?
Yeah.
Okay. When you prod it, the runes flash red, and you hear like almost like a siren, like whoop, whoop, whoop. From the kiln. Intruders! A clay golem emerges from the kiln. Roll initiative.
Thank you, Cam Buckland.
Oh.
Oh, Chotty-san! I can always rely on you.
Are they dragons?
No. Right.
I suppose they count as giants, do they? They're big,
They
right?
do not know. You get to fight a giant later
Giant
if
is
you're
like
lucky.
a race, right?
I'm lucky.
Yeah, basically.
If I survive this.
A golem
Yeah.
is a construct.
Cool.
Right.
Don't
Of
speak
the
What was
construct.
it? Challenge rating 9?
Don't know what you're talking about. Madness. You're chatting now. Cassandra's at initiative 1. That's good. Grunker, however, natural 20. Ooh. Also Dex. Okay, Cam Buckland.
I got a 13.
Elora.
12.
Reynard.
17.
So this thing kind of comes stomping out, Grunker, who's kind of been like, kind of getting annoyed that nothing's really happening, kind of looks up and she's like, good. Now I can have some revenge, and she just starts whipping the chains. She is going to charge. She's going to go, she's got 40 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. She just runs straight at this thing. The 2 chains, whoosh, whoosh, she just lashes at this creature. She's going to attack recklessly, because she's an idiot.
She's also walking into the fire, isn't she?
21. She does get close enough that the kiln is probably going to start hurting her, yes. The first chain does connect with this big golem-like creature and deals 11 points. Yep, it does take half damage from that, though. So it does 5. So the first blow kind of hits. I forgot to add that as well, so that's that. The flaming chain smashes against the golem and it kind of... But you can see that the blow, even though this thing is made out of clay, it's very hard. The chain just kind of dents in, doesn't seem to cause any kind of like splintering or anything like that. She's going to hit again with her reckless attacking, but this time the blow seems perhaps a little less ineffectual.
Less ineffectual?
Sorry, more ineffectual. The frost brand kind of slaps again in, but it almost looks like, because these chains aren't like, they've got magical enchantments, but they've not kind of been enchanted in the same way that like your weapons have. It doesn't seem to be as effective.
Okay.
It's not cutting through. The blunt trauma isn't smashing through. Reynard.
If I were to
The clay golem just looks down at Grunker, and you can see it kind of raising a big fist.
Right. If I were to move up here, would I have to go round and upstairs?
No, you could move up behind Cassandra and past Cam. You can pass through friendly friends.
Oh, I can go
enough.
past the
Yep.
mould.
Between my legs.
Yeah, the mould is kind of in the middle, but you can skirt around the outside of it.
So I want to keep watch over there,
Okay.
as well as being here.
Yeah,
But
you can hear this loud alarm. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Well, straight away, I can only shoot at it with my crossbow.
Go for it.
Do
Do you want to do anything else? You got bonus actions,
I do
any
have my
spells?
scimitar as well, so I'll do that too. But
Okay. So
that's
first thing, crossbow.
28.
You have advantage because it's not acted yet on your initiative. So if you get a
28.
natural 20. Okay, 28. That hits.
That hits. 1d8. That's 12 damage.
12 damage.
Yep. And
You have your crossbow is +1 crossbow, yes?
I
I believe it is. I
One-
believe we made it a magic one.
1d8. Oh, was it magic?
Did
It's
we?
1d8 plus 5. That's
Yes,
what
it
it's
is
always
then,
been,
yeah, it is. So 12 damage, you said.
Yeah, and
Okay.
then I'm gonna.
So the first bolt. Still, yeah, go on, next attack.
Do that again. Do I still get the advantage or no?
I believe you do, yeah, because it's before it acts. So for this first round, you get advantage.
25.
Okay, hits.
And
Does
that's
not seem
with
very
10
hard to hit.
damage.
Another 10. It's like you can see that the bolts are entering and kind of cracking the clay.
Oh,
But
well,
advances.
then scimitar, Axel, launch it towards it.
The scimitar flies out.
So puts it right in front of him and slices away.
Okay,
So
just
that
one attack from the scimitar.
Does that's a natural one. Still get the bonus?
Yeah, you do, because it's using... No, it's not you. It uses your attacks, but it isn't you. So
That's
no,
a
it's
one.
natural one. So it kind of like, whoosh, and you're kind of trying to control it, but it kind of just gets batted to the side by this big clay, angry fist. Cam Buckland.
I'm going to jump off the stairs to there behind this as cover.
Please do. Whoop, boop. Okay. Thank you, John.
While I do that, I break the mold and save everybody. Now I'm going to throw Nimbus as I jump off at its face.
Okay. How far is that? Let's check. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 is disadvantage. It's beyond your maximum range.
What's your maximum range?
20. Well, no, his minimum is like 20 and then 60. So you can throw
okay.
it 20 to
11.
60, but it's at disadvantage. That is not enough. The kind of you have to angle it, and it just sails over.
As a
Unable to
bonus
hit.
action, I will
Nimbus
invoke
reappears back in your hand.
a spiritual weapon.
Okay, and that gets to make an attack.
It's going to be a big Guandao.
Okay, nice.
I'll do an attack, which is bloop. 13 plus with.
That's going to hit.
Yep. And my damage. Is a D8. Yep. 6 points of radiant damage.
And just kind of chips away a bit of the golem. Elora.
I'm going to turn into a giant scorpion. And
Make yourself Scorpion.
then I can make myself direwolf. I don't have a scorpion miniature.
That's fine.
There we go.
So you transform into the giant Scorpion.
And I want to multi-attack
Okay.
him.
Are you next time?
Question. Do
What?
your attacks while you're in wild shape count as magical?
Yes,
Good.
as of level 6 they do.
Excellent.
19 to hit.
Hits. The first pincer. The creature is so large, it's quite easy to just wrap a large pincer around.
3.
3 points.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Oh shit.
So 12.
Shit in my
14
mouth.
points of damage. And I'm going to use luck on that one. No.
Okay. So the stinger, the final
Wait.
thing just-
So it was like a 4, 5. No.
No. Okay.
Definitely
So this giant scorpion kind of, you kind of have one leg half up on the bookcase. You're just tearing into this thing, trying to break the clay. But as you're snapping these pincers, the clay is just so much harder than you're expecting. You're hoping it will crack like a vase, but it doesn't. It's go. It will.
Gronka hit it first.
No, it's not gonna. No, it's going for Gronka, don't worry. I'm just
Hey.
trying to
Don't
decide
worry,
on what else it's going to do.
I'm a scorpion.
It seems to, for a moment, there is a pulse, and you can see kind of these glowing runes activate on it, and its movements become incredibly fast. Like, it's moving way faster than before. It's acting with incredible speed, and then it basically lashes out at Grunker with one giant fist. That's going to hit Grunker for 2d8, 2d10 plus an amount.
Oh.
15, 20.
That's a lot.
Grunker takes a terrible blow, knocking out all of the HP that Reynard had given her.
Shit.
More than 13.
And then she fails the Constitution save. So as this golem's fist connects with Grunker, and it takes her completely by surprise. What you thought was this lumbering kind of oath of a slow-moving construct moves deathly quick and just lashes out with a fist. As it hits Grunker, who's not really wearing any armor or anything like that, all of her shoulder begins turning that discolored thing, and you can see the skin beginning to flake away. She howls in pain. So how is hit point next one?
Oh no.
Reduced by an equal to the damage. Okay, so.
Oh no. Just gonna load up.
Okay.
Hunter's Mark does.
And that is its go because it used its haste. So. Cassandra's go. Finally, sort of like, she kind of pulls a sword out and she'll do her best to kind of sneak around and get to the side of Grunker. She'll swing her sword. That's going to be 26. She's going to hit. 6, 10, halved. The great sword connects, but you can see without any enchantment, the blade really struggles to just dig in, and Cassandra's like, trying to pull it out free. She swings again. This time, though, the creature is so fast, it just ducks underneath the blade as it swipes overhead, taking Cass by surprise.
Wow.
Grunker, on her go, will continue to attack. Relentlessly, she's going to hit. Shit, I'm just going to do set amounts of damage for her now. Speed things up a little bit. That second attack misses even with the advantage. However, as Grunker hits it this time, the chain of flame just kind of smashes into the side of the creature's head. It seems to stumble for a moment, and then all the runes start glowing red, and it just starts lashing out in some sort of berserk rage. Reynard.
I would like to use my bonus action to Hunter's Mark it.
Okay, bonus action Hunter's Mark.
Yeah. So that means I can't attack with my
Correct.
Sword.
scimitar. That's
Sword
fine.
arm.
I want to move slightly further down here.
Yep.
Because I want to be just ready for anything that comes around the corner. And I'll shoot twice.
Okay, go for it.
So that's... I mean, that was cocky. 18.
18, just.
So I do 1d8.
The bolt just scrapes along its head.
Alright, I get 8 plus 1d6 because of Hunter's Mark.
Mm-hmm.
So that plus 5 is 13. I got 17 on it.
17, wow.
I'll do that again.
Please do that again.
22 to hit.
22 hits.
9. 14.
14 damage. It's going to be...
What's that, 36 damage?
That's pretty good.
Yeah, the two bolts, and you can see that it's beginning to, like, where the bolts are constantly hitting it in the same sort of small area, the clay is seriously beginning to crack, and you can see, like, wide fissures beginning to form across its body, as Reynard's bolts just continually hit the same area. Cam Buckland.
I'm going to clamber back up.
Yep.
Further than I thought. I'm going to throw Nimbus.
This time, no disadvantage.
Goodie. 20.
20 hits.
D4 and a D8 and a D. Do I get sneak attack?
You do.
There's lots of people, yeah.
He has allies within 5 feet, so he's fine.
12 points of magical damage.
Magical
12
damage.
points that thuds in.
And my Guandao spiritual weapon's going to attack as well, which isn't going to hit.
What is it?
It's a 4 plus
Yeah, it's not going to hit.
8.
It's not going to hit.
12.
12. It's not going to hit. The Grandal just kind of slices through the air, this radiant energy casting light over the place. Elora.
Multi-attack. Again.
Okay.
11.
It's not going to hit.
No.
Nope. As it's moving so quicker, it's just so hard to get these big clumsy pincers into position to attack it. On its turn, it's going to attack lots of people many times. Here it comes. First one against Delora. That is a 22.
Yep.
You take...
Where's my pencil gone?
You're going to take 13 points of damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Wait, do my temporary hit points go on to my beast shape, or is it just in a lower form?
Ooh, we'll have to say Elora form, I think.
That's fine, I just wanted to know.
Because it's weird the way temporary hit points and alternate forms work. But yeah,
That's weird.
so 13, and then Constitution saving throw, please.
No.
Okay, so your maximum hit points are reduced by 13.
In the shape?
In the shape?
Yes!
Because I can heal myself in this shape.
Yeah, so Scorpion form currently has 13 less hit points. Man, I need to
I
ask
don't
somebody at Wizards how
understand.
that's going to work, because I'm confused. But
There's
yes.
temporary hit points inside Laura that's outside of the.
But then this
Scorpion
thing
form,
targets your maximum
has
hit points. It's
necro
weird.
damage.
Yeah, the neck, like again, and it feels like the chitin beginning to degrade. Grunker's going to get an attack, and he has advantage against. That's a natural 20.
Oh, Grunker.
So basically
Grunker's
makes
going
it,
down.
whatever damage it does to you is unhealable damage.
You don't know at this point.
Seems like it.
At this point, you don't know. That's going to be 11, 22, 24.
Wow.
That's going to take it down to 23 maximum hit points. This thing pummels Grunker and it sends her flying backwards. It actually knocks her against the barrels. It just sends her, and she smashes into all these barrels.
Okay.
And you can see most of her chest now is covered in this kind
So
of...
is that continuous now? She can't heal above?
You don't know.
Yeah,
You don't know. I need to make a saving throw for her, actually, which she failed. So yeah, it's pretty bad.
Is she prone?
That knocks her back. And then the third attack is going to be against Cassandra.
So.
Yeah.
Hits Cassandra. That's going to be 13. That's 17 to Cassandra.
Oh, lordy.
It does come off the temporary hit points, but the maximum effect is kind of a continuous one. So, and then what was it? 17. So that's 45. 38 max. Okay. It just pummels these 3 attacks, but then it seems to slow down again. Like, it kind of slows down. Cassandra, staggering back, she's just like, right, I'm finishing this, and tries to swing her greatsword,
Yep.
hitting
Yeah.
And she is, as she hits, she just cries out some sort of draconic language, and her weapon radiates with energy. She's going to use Divine Smite.
I thought it was Grunk.
5,
No.
this is 8, so it's going to take 4. 118, and then she's going to spend a second level spell slot to do another 15 points of radiant, which is not. That's going to be 220, 120, 133. Just enough. As Cassandra's weapon hits, the divine light through the blade, it digs in, and you can see that the kind of creature's form is resisting the non-magical weapon, but as it flares with brilliant light, she just and carves it through, splitting the creature in half.
In twain.
You guys are out of initiative. Dealt just enough damage to kill it.
Good job, Cass.
She looks around, and you can see like half of her neck is covered in this kind of black, kind of diseased-looking flesh as well. She's like, yeah, thanks.
We're going to hop down to Grunker and just help her to her feet.
Yeah, she staggers up to her feet, and like every movement seems to be quite painful.
What do you need?
I don't know. Oh, this really hurts.
Pop. Normal potion.
Yep. She drinks it. There is no effect.
Oh. Could I? While they're doing this.
Cass?
You can, Cass, she's like, I've seen things like this before. Undead creatures can drain the life force out of you. It takes a very powerful cleric to be able to heal this.
No pressure.
We're very powerful clerics.
With Cassandra's knowledge that she imparts to you, it would take a greater restoration spell to restore the maximum hit points. It will, however, restore the person to being able to heal fully.
While he's making that.
And on that bombshell, it's time. Thanks,
okay.
Steve. We can take a quick break after that battle as they figure out how to deal with maximum hit point reduction. So stay tuned. We'll see you after the break.
Will I
Goodbye.
Oh,
There's fan art. There's fan art video.
Oh.
There is fan art. Enjoy.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
See you in a bit. Bye.
Hello, and welcome back to HighRollers. After a very tricksy encounter involving a clay golem. Our party have just finished vanquishing some sort of clay golem that was left in this Dwarven madhouse in this beautiful party. You guys can put your minis back on, but I'm pretty sure that you're not going to be using this room. Can you put that back, please, Christoph?
It triggers him.
Please, no. Absolutely put that back.
It's really messing with him.
I will remember it. That's what I'm saying. You don't need to be exactly where you were, just useful to know. So, the golem, as Cassandra's blade, kind of glowing with this divine energy as she delivers this final strike, peels the golem in half. You attempted to heal Cassandra to Grunker. Did you mark off that potion?
Yeah.
Looks like you didn't. The healing effects, the healing properties, do not seem to affect the kind of necrosis effect, this kind of life draining that the golem caused. Grunker looks incredibly unstable. She's kind of like every movement is paining her. You can see Cassandra is kind of like, it's like every time she twists her neck where you can see this kind of wound. In scorpion form, it hurts. You can feel like on this kind of like your back of your form. I have tweeted Mike Miles and Jeremy Crawford from Wizards of the Coast asking for them to give me some advice on how that works. We'll see at the end of the thing, and I'll retcon it for next time.
Okay.
You did well, Elora, you broke the game.
I was helping Grunker up.
Yep.
And,
So,
guys,
she's like, looks at you, she's like, ow.
you fought really, really, really well, but I don't think it's good for her to carry on.
That's my man.
Yeah. Do you want to end up like them?
She's like, she looks at the dead bodies. I'll make a check. She like looks at them and she's just like, I can't let them.
Think about combat strategy, right? If you had someone by your side in your state, they would just get in your way.
Yeah, but it's different.
How is it different?
Because it's me. All right, I see what you're saying.
You can hold up here, make sure no one comes after us.
She looks at you and she's like, whoever's done this, make them pay.
Yeah. And we'll restore you.
We will. Yeah,
Alright.
across the room.
We won't make you end up like your friends.
She just sits back. I'm not going to get worse, am I? It's
No.
not going to spread or anything.
Cass thinks you'll be okay.
Cass looks around. She's just like, as long as there's no more of those creatures that hit you, you should be fine.
If you can find a way to disable this room while we're gone.
Idea about that, actually.
Oh.
The pipe coming from the ceiling is made of metal. We could seal the pipe, heat metal, bash it a couple of times, close the pipe so they can't bring any more clay down through there.
It would be a temporary solution. I mean, they could always reforge the pipe, but
At least for now.
at least for now, they won't come after us.
Grunker looks around and she's like, yeah, leave me in this room and I'll deal with it.
I think she's going to smash the place up.
Yeah.
She packs a powerful punch.
Yeah.
Also, you could probably lay your friends to rest
That's
using
the
the
other thing.
fire and stuff.
I'll stop looting one of the guys then.
Are you actually
Just hands in his pockets.
just like, yeah. So
Is
you
there
guys wanna
anything else
continue?
that we can find that's been let? You said it looked like it had been sort of.
It looks like it's been
clean.
tossed, yes.
Maybe there's something your friends have left that could help us in the battles.
I'll have a look.
I didn't want to be that guy.
She like walks over to their bodies. To be honest, they're wearing like rags. They've been given like wooden sticks.
Oh, they're not soldiers. Like
They were.
They've been
but
stripped.
they've
They
been
were
stripped.
townsfolk.
Like,
Right.
Broken Sky's not going to let them have weapons and
Okay.
armor to turn
Yeah,
against them. They're using them as fodder. Like literally walk down this corridor. Oh, you didn't die. Great, no traps.
I'm going to
Like,
check the furnishings then and see if there's anything in the
Yeah,
shelving.
give me an investigation check.
11.
Apart, like Reynard had a quick look before, and it mainly seems to be things like ingredients, mercury, quills, things for creating runes, some weird powder you don't really know.
They really focused on
Things
golems.
for creating runes, like papers with.
No, not for writing paper stuff. It's like almost like, and you're not really sure how Dwarven rune magic works and things like that, but it looks like the engravings on the mold and around the walls obviously requires some sort of like reagent in the spell, and this powder you think is probably used as part of that. But it's not rare. Any mage would have access to the same stuff.
I suggest we may need to press forward quite quickly. An alarm did just go off.
Yeah, the alarm, as the golem fell, the alarm goes quiet.
Which means Grunker. Sorry. We've probably got to go.
Yeah, we do.
Go on.
Don't do anything stupid. We still need you.
You still want me to wreck the place though, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
but don't
Okay.
cause the whole thing to collapse on yourself. And that's hot fire.
Yeah, I know. I'm not a fucking idiot.
You walked right up to it to attack the golem.
Yeah, because I'm tough. But I'm not going to go stick my head in it, am I?
All right. You'll be good.
I'll fucking kill these people responsible and come and let me know that they're dead.
Oh, we will.
Good.
I hope you trust in us as much as I trust in you, Gronko.
She like just looks over at you. What does that even mean? Do you know what you're saying?
I'm saying I trust you,
Good.
Grunker.
You should.
Do you... Do you trust... We'll do it, it's fine.
We got
Let's
this.
go.
She just stares at you all. Go kill them already.
Okay, I think we need to press on.
Yeah, we do. There's runes on the other
Are
side.
they still lit up, the runes?
Yes.
They are.
I believe they may be what set off the alarms. We've set off an alarm already. Would it really matter?
It might
If
make
there's
another one.
anything else, yeah, we don't know if it does anything to anything in this room. That's the problem.
I mean, surely entering the room would just activate the golem anyway. And we've activated the golem.
We'd leave Grunker with another
Yeah.
golem.
I don't think
And
there was any
another
more,
alarm.
were there?
It
There
might
was
set
not
off
one
an
in the
alarm.
kiln.
It was only the one... Oh.
It
Yeah.
might set off another alarm though. Which then Grunker will have to deal with.
It might be an
on her
automated
own.
system that creates these things as
Yeah.
well.
We don't know.
Okay, I'm just... There's none in the kiln at the moment. There's only the one in the kiln
It's
that...
a lot of magic on your behalf, Cam.
It
I'm
is-
assuming, Laura, you have come
I
out
don't.
of scorpion form.
Yes, I don't have any that spells prepared. I'm sorry.
Whereabouts was the room? It was just here, was it?
It's
If it's gonna
literally
be
across
too
like the
much,
entryway into the room.
If Grunker's not coming with us, the decision falls with her.
I just fucking walk through it. Like, we've killed the golem.
All right?
I'm with Grunker.
She like looks at you confused. Like, yeah, it's dead.
I don't know why I asked her, if I'm honest. All right.
Seemed the nice thing to do again.
All at once, in a line, we walk through.
Okay.
We don't constantly
That's what you do.
re-trigger it.
The alarm does sound, but no golem is created.
Cool. Let's go.
It looks like... No, that won't happen yet. No, it's fine. Yeah. No, an alarm sounds, but there is no golem. And then as you kind of look back, Grunker is like getting her chains, and she's like trying to wrap them around the pipe. And you can see her like straining, like trying to bend it, like pull it down and stuff like that. She's like...
I think she's in
Her
a...
strength hasn't been
Element.
affected by the spell, but she obviously has been wounded. You know, any more wounds would have hurt her. So, you guys make your way down the tunnel, down this corridor.
Stealthily.
It turns to the right and carries on. Again, you see little kind of like side rooms that have been collapsed and filled in. The ceiling in this area, occasionally there are parts of it which have crumbled and there is debris, but the corridors and the passages you're taking seem pretty sturdy. It's these rooms that seem to be kind of filled in. This was probably a huge sprawling complex at one point, but basically the Broken Sky has either cleared it and made their way through, or certain rooms and passages were more stable than others. Eventually, you come across a long corridor, about 70 feet long, which heads towards another doorway. there are strips of runes different to the ones that you saw before every 10 feet down this corridor. There are more bodies, mostly dwarves and broken sky. They litter the far end, about 40 to 60 feet down. The bodies are kind of spread.
Past all the rune things?
The runes are every 10 feet, and the corridor is 70 feet long.
Right.
And around, roughly, think about 40 to 60 feet, there's just like clumps of these bodies. You cannot see any physical sign of harm to them. But if you want to give me perception checks, you might know a little bit more.
20.
Natural
That's the
20
third
as well.
one today.
Got,
Reynard.
20 as well. Unnatural.
Unnatural. So with the unnatural 20, you can see they have not been physically harmed. There is also, you look around, there's no holes in the walls, there's no like gaps or anything like that. You can't see any signs of physical traps, nor is there smells of gas or anything like that. You do see some blood just like on their face, but it's kind of hard to see. You, however, Reynard, being perhaps a little bit more cautious and a bit more squeamish in some sense, you get a good glance at one of the dwarven faces and a broken sky face. The blood has very clearly come out of their ears and their eyes and nose. It's like basically come out of or here.
Well, whatever happened to these people, it messed up their insides.
Insides?
It's scrambled them.
Oh, that's not good.
And I don't want that to happen to me.
I'd ideally love that to happen to you, but not me.
That good.
There's no other way that the passage goes. It's all forced through.
Forced through this point. And actually, from what you can see, even though the rooms were kind of like the other rooms that you passed were caved in, they seem to be like splinter rooms. They didn't seem to lead anywhere. This seems to be the main thoroughfare of whatever this old complex was. And you can actually see that at the end, it extends a little bit further, but there is a set of stone doors.
Are there any bodies?
So it's actually technically it's about 80 feet long.
Are there any bodies that are not beyond any runestones from us?
None close to you, no. I'm assuming you're currently on the edge of this kind of 70-foot corridor at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
That's a lot of dispelling. There's about 7 of these strips.
Could I fire a bolt down the hallway just to see
Sure.
if that?
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Cock back the crossbow. Dink. Hits into the stone wall on the other side.
None of the traps trigger.
I wish we kept that mole.
Me too.
It would have been a great experimental thing to just send.
No! Killing some poor innocent mole?
It would have been for the greater good.
Could we test to see if the traps work on any of the already deceased down this hallway? Though we will need to get one of the corpses to us.
Are any of them lying across any of the runes?
Yeah, some of them, yeah.
Nothing's happening to them. Okay.
So
It seems like it kills them
it
and
will
then...
be it probably detects if it's living.
That would make sense.
You see
I
the
would
colour?
offer to make my way down the corridor, but
No
given that
chance.
previous creature's injury, I am
gonna-
not fighting fit.
It's going to explode your brain.
Well, then how do we get past this?
I don't
One of
know.
us will have to see what it does, if nothing else.
Can we just destroy the runes? Scrape
try.
away at them?
Looking at the runes themselves, it doesn't look like they're kind of painted on. It's like a glowing
A
effect.
magical thing.
They
Yeah,
definitely
it's
look
magic.
magic.
And
You
they're
can-
all the way around
I
the
mean,
walls.
you can still try to hit them, to try and cut them away and stuff.
I'm going to use Nimbus to do so.
Just try and scrape it.
Yeah.
The blade kind of, the rune isn't really there. It's almost not like an illusion, but it's kind of just hovering above the surface and trying to, it just doesn't do anything. But as you kind of like lean in to scrape away at it, you just get like a bad headache in this corridor. Like it's just like almost like a really faint noise. It's just kind of annoying. You're like, that's really annoying.
Has anyone else got a headache?
I don't think I'm
Do
next
we?
to you.
Unless we're
Unless
not
if you're
leaving.
currently outside the corridor, no.
No,
This seems like the only way through,
it is.
so we need to get rid of these somehow. Without...
I don't know how to get rid of runes.
I'm going to see if has anyone got a very thick shield or a helmet?
Sandra's got a helmet, yeah. She doesn't, takes her helmet out of her bag.
Can I have it, please?
Boop. Just about fits. It's like,
Oh, God, Cass, your face stinks. Ugh.
thanks. That's why she hits you on the head. It's like, oh, it's not fit properly.
I'm going to slowly move my head towards the runes.
Okay, so as you get, it's just like this weird, like really annoying ringing sound.
It doesn't help.
Stuck.
Oh, shit. Cass, it's stuck.
You, really?
Yeah, well, you slammed it on my head.
That was an error.
I bow my head. Come on.
Like this
Watch my
really
neck.
hurts. Like,
Watch my neck. Oh, my ears.
yeah, it like scratches all your ears, like the inner like fastenings, and it's horrible.
Oh. Let's not do that again. No, that doesn't help. We can't physically block it.
Did it cause you pain, or was it just annoying?
It's just an annoying headache. But I think it must escalate or something as we get further in. If it kills them.
I mean, if it's something that just happens progressively, it's not like an instant thing. So could I
sprint through it?
Press forward slowly just until I get to a point where it's starting to hurt a little bit and then just back up?
Okay, sure. So, is that what you want to do, yeah? Confirm that that's what you want to do to me?
Yes.
Okay, so Reynard starts making his way down the corridor, and as he's walking part through, the first thing that happens is as soon as you kind of pass the first line of runes, you get this really kind of ringing headache in your head, and as you continue going down, the next 10 feet past the next set of runes, it's getting really bad. Like it's like you can't hear anybody else at this point. It's so loud.
Okay.
It's starting to just really bang on your head. You guys hear a voice, and you kind of just about hear it through this ringing. A mouth in the stone wall kind of appears. Patients, get back to your rooms. This corridor is off limits. And it just kind of speaks, and it repeats that warning constantly.
Reynard.
Reynard, as you get down, maybe at the 30-foot mark, it's really like you feel like your head's vibrating, like buzzing at this point. It's really starting to hurt behind your eyes. And then as soon as you get to 40 feet, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay, wisdom saving throw. 15. I
Okay.
think I get an advantage to saving throws, don't I?
Not all saving throws, no.
No. 15.
Yeah, you're like, you're just managing to kind of like shrug it off, but this is really hurts now.
Okay.
And you're about the 40 feet mark.
If I start walking backwards, what happens?
It gets lessened. It's still annoying, but the further back you come, like, oh god, it's beautiful relief, sweet relief.
Okay.
Well, it looked like that hurt.
It hurt plenty. The closer we
get
get
worse?
to the end, the worse it is. Did I pass any corpses on the way?
No, you didn't
Oh, I
quite reach
see.
them. They're about 6 there. Well, no, you got 40 feet. You were just about in range of one when you had to back off.
I mean, I was at my limits reaching there, and it seems like whatever's beyond my point, or the point I got to, that's where it gets...
Unbearable.
Do you reckon
Okay.
even a split second of that intensity would hurt you? Like if you ran through it as fast as you can.
Bodies
It's
piled up.
30
at that point.
feet we'd have to run still.
Yeah. That's only halfway.
We have to get through it somehow. The best I can do is bless one of us to give us some form of extra help through the pain.
Yeah.
But just the one.
I would offer my services. If you wish me to try and make my way through it, I will, Cassandra says.
Can you enhance
already
No.
our brain? Can you protect our mental faculties?
She shakes her head.
We're all just going to have to tough it out.
I don't know
The
what's at
magic
the
I have
end.
prayed for is to assist me in battle against evil.
The stone face, do I still see it at the end?
As soon as Reynard came back over the 10-foot, the first line of runes, it went back in the wall.
Is there any runes about that say anything in Dwarvish? On the wall, nothing on the walls, nothing on the floor.
I can take one person with me through a dimension door.
That would work, wouldn't it?
You've also got a scroll.
For a dimension
Of a
door.
dimension door. You do.
So that's
There's
four
four
of us.
So that would do it.
Dimension door, dimension door.
Yes.
That could do it.
Could that get us beyond the door?
Yeah, it goes like 500 feet.
Wow. Is beyond the door still safe?
We don't know.
We could go...
I did say it's actually technically about 80 foot the corridor, with 10 feet just before the door, but the runes only are at every 10 foot up to 70
I can
foot.
squeeze us between
And
the
we're
end
at
of
the-
the runes.
You're like right on the precipice, on the cusp of the first line of runes.
Yeah, so in theory there is that other...
You've got like 10
release
feet at the
end.
very end, which isn't
I can get us
part of
into
it.
that space. I can be very precise with it so long as I can see where I'm going. And
There
you
is
can
the
be as
other-
well with the scroll.
There's 4 of us. We've got 2 dimension doors.
Right, me and Cass, you two.
Would it be worth going beyond the door?
We don't know what's in that door yet.
I mean, I don't want to get there to find
Without
out.
visualizing it, I think it'd be very tough.
I don't
Don't
want.
mind me.
I don't want to find out that we get to the door, it's locked, and then we're trapped in a 10-foot hallway, unable to get back.
I mean, we could.
There's no other way
I
to
don't
go
know how
through.
thick that door is. I mean, I could just overshoot by another 10 feet past it, just to be sure. But there could be runes on the other side as well. I don't know.
We don't know. The decision is yours, my good friends.
It would help us through the door.
My abilities are somewhat limited in this regard. I am capable of smiting evil.
If this is a catch-all trap that kills people before they can even get to the door, surely the door...
Given the way that it builds up, it seems to be more of a deterrent, a way of preventing, I mean, as Mr. Reynard discovered, as he got closer to the door, the pain became more unbearable. It seems like it's meant to drive someone away.
Plus
But maybe
the voice. It's like
It told them to retreat.
patients weren't allowed past here, but other people were.
there's a chance.
So that would imply that it is not dangerous beyond that point.
There is a chance it only affects one person at a time as well, because they took a group of people for a reason.
What if a group of asylum patients ran at the thing? I'm sure they've catered to that.
Mr. Reynard does raise a good question. How did the Broken Sky get through here?
Yeah, they must have gotten through here.
Well, how do you distinguish a
Do they have
patient?
magic with them? Do they have a spellcaster that could have...
Probably
They've,
It's a
they've told
graphic
us
wizard,
that Tanya...
Oh, they had... And
They had a thing, but Tanya apparently
Oh,
possesses
thing, yeah.
powers that a fire giant should not. So she has some magic too.
I mean, if the thing was dispelling magic, there wouldn't be any corpses here.
They
Unless
had
they
to
tried
test
it
it first.
There's about 5 bodies,
About 5.
most of which are dwarves, and then 2 Broken Sky.
Should we just dimension door it?
Are these the people that they used to get through? As in, they took one person with a group, and that one died as the rest managed to pass through?
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe it doesn't. But there's only 4 of us and potentially
It's not worth the risk.
5 plus of
They
them.
can just zap past.
I think dimension door.
Are you taking Cassandra, or who are you
Yeah,
taking?
grabbing Cassandra.
You
Alora,
think- and where are you going?
take the
Beyond the door?
Go past the door by 5 feet.
Can you do that with Dimensional? Can you go to somewhere you can't see?
Double checkaroo.
Because
While
I know
you're doing
that
that,
certain
I will-
spells, it doesn't let you do... Like, you have to go to either somewhere you can see or somewhere that you know.
Well, that's
Yeah,
going on. I'll
probably.
pass Alora the scroll. I'm not reading that.
It might not be anywhere.
Dimension door. Any other spot within range, you arrive at exactly the spot desired. It can be a place you can see, one you can visualize, or one you can describe by stating distance and direction. So yes, you can go beyond the door.
Could you
can say
visualize the other
90
side of
feet
the door?
that way.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. And I visualize.
If you would arrive in a place already occupied by an object or creature, you and any creature traveling with you will take damage, and the spell fails to teleport you. So if you tried to teleport into a
This is
wall,
like running into a wall.
yeah, you'd be like, and it wouldn't work. You'd be like, brown.
All right.
But is that what you want to try?
Yes.
You just want to go 90 feet that way.
Yes.
A rift in space and time erupts before you. Cam grabs Cassandra's hand,
It's my
and together
spellcasting face.
they run through it. You emerge, pitch blackness, stone corridor. You're pretty familiar. You're on the other side of the door, but there is no light here. Woo, as you ignite the light, yeah, it's a stone corridor that continues leading on, and it
I'll
leads
look
to a
back.
small staircase leading down.
You look back.
Door.
Door.
It's okay!
You
90
hear nothing.
feet! I'm sure they heard that, Cass.
Yeah, oh yeah, you said that really loud.
So
I'd
would
be amazed if
Alora,
they didn't hear that.
I've got good lungs.
would Alora know that if it doesn't work, they would be here, or no?
Give me an Arcana check.
'Cause
Let's
I
see
don't
how much
think
you
I
know
would.
about magic.
I just imagine that you've seen a.
Oh,
Natural
natural
20.
20.
You're pretty sure if that hadn't worked, they would have stayed where they are.
They probably would have come back if they.
Okay.
Can I push on that door?
Yes. You want to open it?
Yeah.
It seems solid. Like you're kind of. There's no actual handles or like knockers or anything like that. Give me an investigation check.
7.
7. You can't actually find a way to open these doors from this side.
Goddamn dwarves and their beautiful architecture.
Cassandra's like, yeah. Do they have like the two of you are like looking around trying to find it?
We should probably stand to the sides in case they come through.
That's good. Yeah. Well, should we stand back? Okay. Okay.
I think
Don't do that.
we might be safe to go through.
Sure, let's try it.
Have the
Okay.
scroll.
Here's the scroll.
I trust
Okay.
you.
I
Are
know.
you using the scroll? You're using the scroll.
Yeah.
Okay. It's fine. There's no chance of failure if you use it because you already have 4th level spell slots. If he had tried to use it, it would have been a check. You pull forward the scroll, very similar to Dispel Magic. Beautiful papyrus font.
Wingdings.
Wingdings. No, you read through the scroll. There is a rift in space and time. You direct the same sort of thing 90 feet that way, and whoop, to you, Elora and Reynard appear.
Oh, hey.
What are you doing to the door?
Caressing it gently.
Oh, we couldn't find a way to open it.
Oh.
Okay. Can I roll an investigate? Because I really
yeah.
want to see it.
I also
Natural 20.
Fuck me.
7.
7. Reynard's like, yeah, this looks impossible. Like, yeah, the
I'm
three of
also
you are like,
fondling it.
We're just feeling it.
you like, they're all like fumbling around the door edge. You look to the side, and there's like a tiny sort of like indent in the wall. You look behind it, and there is like basically the Dwarven rune for open. You push a small button, and the doors just open.
Got it.
You all can also see the opening of the doors seems to have rendered the runes inert. They fade.
How much can we actually see in this room?
It's just a corridor leading to a set of stairs leading down, stone stairs, spiral staircase
Yeah, it's
leading down.
opening the doors, let a little bit of light in.
Yeah, you can see right now.
The only
Okay.
way is down.
The wild shape thing's been solved as well.
What?
In a tweet before, it doesn't carry, if you're in the wild shape, it doesn't affect you when you turn back and vice versa.
Oh.
All HP pools are independent.
There you
Steve
go.
says, if you didn't hear him, that
It's, it's a tweet you did like last year.
We didn't
Oh.
break it.
Nice.
What
We did
happens in wild shape?
so
What
if you
happens
get,
in wild shape stays
So
in
it
wild
was
shape.
right,
Yeah.
basically.
According to Tom, that's
Yeah,
what Tom
you
has
were
now
right.
made up.
it affects the shape
That's fine.
Of the person.
of in the current form.
We are clear now.
So you still have your 13 temp.
My temp HP. I was
And-
going to keep him there.
And from the sounds of it as well, if you go back into scorpion form, it's max. It's
It
normal.
usually is.
Yeah,
it usually
it's normal.
Is.
You
Go
don't
back
like. Yeah,
into it.
it's not like
Creating
it
a
basically.
form, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's why Circle of the Moon Druids are so overpowered. Everybody,
Yay.
do you want to be an overpowered class? Play Circle of the Moon Druid.
It's great.
It's great.
Party.
So, set of
when you
stone
can't roll.
stairs leading down.
Again, alarm. I think we need to rush.
Yes. We
They
only
almost definitely know we're here.
have,
They will.
yes.
They do know we're here. If that, there's also a chance that halfling woman could have teleported back. They know we're here.
Should we close the doors again?
Yeah.
I think so.
Close doors.
Although
They close.
Grunker, if she needs to escape, would come this way.
No, she can go the other way. She knows where the surface
She knows where the
is.
entrance is. Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't have to go towards
She
the
can go
enemy.
the other way.
Yeah. All right.
Safe
Would
for
you like to descend?
Stealthily.
Descend.
Stealthily.
I'm very cautious
Yeah.
at the moment.
Stealth checks. Disadvantage for Cassandra. Cass at a whopping 1.
Whoa!
Well,
Roll
well,
the 2,
doesn't really matter
minus
then,
1.
does it?
Stone, metal boots on stone. Gong, gong, ding, gong, bing, bong, ding, dang.
Cass!
Thanks,
Oh my
Cass.
god.
Look, I'm sorry. I wear armor.
We need to give you some like fur soles or something.
Sure. You want to give me some magic boots that make me walk quiet? Fine.
When we get out of this mess, that's the first thing I'm going to do.
The noise echoes, reverberating off the hard stone. But there is something else that reverberates and echoes. As you're making your way down these stairs, you begin to hear a voice. Dwarf, I will ensure your betrothed is butchered in front of you if you do not give me that book now. A voice, feminine but still rough, growls upwards.
I think, yeah.
Don't do it! Don't listen!
Should we go? Run?
We
Cass,
we
let's go.
break him first.
The stairs head down, leading into a small antechamber that connects to a large open space. A large stone dais holds an impressive crystal mountain range. Various plants and balconies line the sides of the chamber, whilst the main floor is littered with a beautiful mosaic covered by bloodied corpses and broken golems. An imposing 17-foot-tall woman, curvaceous with black-plated armor and a long spear, fiery red hair all in curls, descends down her back. She is facing away from you towards the back of a room. You can see she has pinned in one large hand up against the stone wall a chubby, rotund dwarf, short beard, floppy hat, wearing what appears to be robes. He meekly, desperately tries to raise a hand. You can see flames engulfing it as he goes to grab a book, but then you just hear a as his neck snaps.
What?
The book
To nothing?
no, it just lands on the ground. You see the fire giant woman pick it up with a tiny hand and place it in a bag. Come, men. It is time we will return to Falania and give her her prize.
How many men do we see in the room?
You see, at first you didn't notice them. You can see there were at least 2 Talisval guards being held by Broken Sky agents. The Talisval guards now have their necks slit and their bodies have been dropped. 2 Broken Sky agents basically stand just off to the side. And this large, imposing woman is at the far end of this large open room. As they turn around, they see you standing in the
Greetings. We are here to kill you. Pick on someone your own size. Assholes.
You must be the intruders that Gregor has been having such difficulty with.
Yes.
You've saved me a great trouble coming here yourselves. I was worried I would have to chase after you and deal with his mess. But now I can kill you here.
Are you finished?
I am.
Can we fight now?
She slams her spear on the ground, and you can see a fiery aura envelop around her. Let's roll initiative.
I'm secretly bricking it.
But you're so full of confidence.
Yeah.
Was that a thing?
Oh, God.
That was a thing, wasn't it?
What?
I really wanted to save a thing.
Probably was a
I think
thing.
that was a thing.
Yes. We
Let me
ran
get the
in.
old monster manual. Turn it to the old giant page.
I think the thing's dead.
Neck breakings by a giant on a dwarf. It's likely.
Cam, initiative.
10.
Elora.
8.
Reynard.
16.
Cassandra. 10. Reynard, you are the first one to go in the room. You watch as this kind of sad, overweight, chubby, quite innocent-looking dwarf just looks like he's enjoyed like the last few years of his life a bit too well. His neck kind of snapped at an awkward angle, just lies on the ground. This imposing 17-foot-tall woman, this fiery aura all around her, just kind of begins to levy the spear. The Broken Sky guards are like drawing blades as they turn towards you.
Right, well, I am going to Hunter's Mark the giant.
Okay, you point. You kill him.
Insane!
You call out his name.
Giants are my favourite enemy.
They are one of your favoured enemies.
So I get. So does that count to my ordinary favoured enemy bonuses as well?
You gain all of your favoured enemy bonuses. Your bonus to damage, anything that you gain, which is favoured enemy, you have against this giant.
Good. I'm going to Hunter's Marker as my bonus. I'm going to attack her twice. Just shoot.
Okay,
Pow pow.
let's go.
I would like to actually. Can I specifically aim for her legs?
You can, yes, of course. You can do whatever you like in D&D.
All right.
The determination of the effects will be determined by your dice rolls.
All right. So that was 6, but I get advantage.
Nice.
So that's 27
27.
to hit.
Yes, that does hit. Although she's wearing this thick black iron plate, the bolt strikes true.
Are you attacking kneecaps?
Kneecaps.
27 you roll to hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I get a bonus from Hunter's Mark, so I get 6 plus 5, which is 11, 14 from that, and my favourite enemy, so another plus 4 damage.
4 damage, yeah.
So that's 18 for that hit.
18.
And I
The
do it
crossbow
again.
bolt bites into her knee. you were trying desperately to aim to like try and buckle her knee or cause her to fall down. She just kind of like winces, like looks down, flexes, and the bolt snaps.
I want to go for the same spot again.
Yeah, you are an expert marksman.
7, and I get advantage still?
Yes, you're the first to act in this combat.
20?
Yeah, that
Unnatural.
hits. Just.
7, 8, plus 4, so 12 damage.
12 damage.
Oh, that wasn't great.
This is like creatures stinging me. You. Yes, they have told me reports of man in fancy cape with crossbow.
Many have heard of me.
I hear you are a fool.
Nope, that's not what he
She
said.
reaches out and tears off a chunk of these stone balconies and throws it at you.
Ah. Okay.
18 to hit.
It hits. Oh, God. I just get hit by a balcony.
30 points of damage as a huge
fight's gonna
stone, kind of basically half of a balcony, hits you full force.
Oh my god.
And just like you stumble, you're barely keeping your feet as you stumble backwards. Like broken ribs, incredible amounts of damage.
Oh. Okay. Oh.
Are you so brave now, little man?
There's more where that came from.
Felania will see your world turn to its rightful owners, and I will serve at her hand. Bow! Maybe I let you leave.
Am I prone from this hit?
No, surprisingly you are not.
I'm just knocked back.
You're kind of, you managed to like leap out the way, but it's like clipped like most of your back and you can feel your ribs broken.
Ow.
She takes a couple of strides and basically stands in the middle of the room and then levies her spear down. Then it is Cam or Cassandra.
With Revivify, I have to have 300 gold's worth of diamonds, right? Okay. Just a thought.
If you have 300 golds of diamonds, yes.
I don't think I do.
Well, sometimes you pick up treasure, but no, sadly not. It is a specific part of the spell. It has to be a
You have
300 DP
sapphires.
diamond.
In which case...
Why sometimes it's worth investing in that sort of thing and just having it on you. Same with Raised Dead, it needs 1,000 GP diamond and stuff like that.
I'm going to...
Cassandra looks at you, gives you a nod, draws a blade.
I'm going to start skirting around the side.
Cassandra goes the other side, kind of splint off pincer movement style.
And I will summon a Guardian of Faith right in front of Shithead.
Ah! What does it look like, your Guardian of Faith? Which one is this? Is this the one that when
This is
she's
the
in the
big
area?
one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
this is
it
the
takes
big one.
damage, okay.
And it's a large spectral Guardian that looks like me. Not wearing anything from the waist down.
Okay, just naked. It's about half the size of her. Even though it's large,
Ah, shit.
it comes up to like her belly button, basically.
It
Just
slowly
below her kind of breastplate.
flips the bird.
Like, does that, pointing up, okay.
That's
And that's on her turn, she has to make saving throws, right?
If it enters 20...
Or is it within
10 feet.
Okay.
Within 10 feet.
And if it starts its turn there, obviously,
Yes.
as well. Okay, so you do that, that's your action, you've moved. Bonus action?
Bonus action. I will.
Come on, Chris Trott.
Summon a spiritual weapon.
First level spiritual weapon?
Yes.
Okay. Bah!
And I will note these down.
Okay, and also make an attack roll, please.
Sure.
You can make a note of it in somebody else's turn.
13.
The spiritual weapon is deflected off of the plate armor that surrounds
It's so
her.
tiny against her legs.
Just bounces off. Cassandra moves around the other side, flanking with your spiritual weapon. She kind of looks up, and for the first time, it's very rare to see Cassandra nervous, but she does appear somewhat nervous. She will bonus action. No, she won't. She'll save that spell slot. She will basically just bring her greatsword to bear.
What bear?
That is going to be 17. The first blow just barely misses. It clangs against the armor. The second hits true. As it does, she brings forth divine radiant energy. She divinely smites. So that's 8 plus, that's 11 plus 6. That's 17. as it bites into the giant's leg. Ah! She cries out a prayer. The giant kind of grunts and just boots her away, and she like stumbles back. Desperate. Elora.
Can I cast Ice Storm on the giant?
Yes, you can. What does tell us? What does Ice Storm do?
A hail of rock-hard ice pounds to the ground in a 20-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder, centered on a point. Each creature in the cylinder must make a dexterity saving throw or take 2d8 bludgeoning damage and 4d6 cold damage.
So I'm assuming you want to target on like the half where Cassandra isn't, so it hits.
I want to hit just the giant and anyone negative I can hit.
There's enough space. The two Broken Sky agents are too far
That's
away,
fine.
but
I
you can
wanna
hit her. Yeah. So was it saving throw?
Dexterity.
That's the best one when you're fighting a giant because they're not very agile.
Should we have them on the map?
6.
Yay!
No. This is all theatre of the mind now,
Okay,
Tom
it's in
Hazel.
your brain.
But imagine it. Imagine you've got this large vaulted ceiling room, large dais with a crystalline mountain on the side,
Yeah.
balconies kind of carved into the side
Can't
of the
really
walls.
see much of that when there's a balcony flying my way.
I'm taking full damage from this.
28.
28. That's okay. I have to work this out. So that's 75. And it just rains down. Is it continuous? Does this remain in effect? The spell?
Instantaneous.
It's
just once.
So Elora begins swirling. You know, your eyes kind of change color, a la Storm from X-Men,
A la Storm.
as this kind of like cold begins to creep. The ceiling, the stone ceiling, frosts over, and then suddenly just this column of ice begins raining down on the giant. She like holds her hands up. She's like, spellcaster, and she's like holding it down as these huge chunks of rock begin to batter her. Your puny magic is not enough. She technically has Fire Shield up. How much of that was cold damage? Do you remember?
No.
That's all right. Don't
It was, wait, how much? It was
I should have
10, it was 10 bludgeoning, so the rest was cold.
I remember it. It was 10
So it's
bludgeoning, so the
18
rest
cold
18
damage.
cold. So she only took 9 from that.
Ah.
So she's actually going to be on 66, not 75. Yeah, it seems like this shield, this kind of fiery shield she's conjured, is protecting her from the cold, but the big chunks of rock are still like smashing into her as it hits her down. Is that would you like to move?
Continual thing.
You're currently Reynard and you Reynard and Cam, because Cam did move off. So you and Reynard are currently in this doorway, and then the other two have moved off into this large room. It's quite
So
a
we're
large
still-
open room. You can easily move around.
Is there much cover in said room?
The main piece of cover is this large dais in the middle with this big crystalline mountain range. But there's also plants all around the outside, almost like little flower beds.
Okay.
You could probably try and duck behind one of those.
Yeah, I'll try and duck behind one.
Yep, so you kind of duck behind like this kind of chest-high flower bed, basically, trying to get some cover. You have half cover, so if anybody attacks you, remember you've got that. The two Broken Sky minions dash off. They've seen you try and take cover. They dash to cover themselves, hiding in behind a similar kind of like outcropped flower bed. They take out crossbows and they're going to take shots at you. First one misses. Second one also misses as they just pting pting. There's like these bolts are just clanking against the stone. Reynard, we back up to you on the top of the round.
She wasn't 5 feet away from me when she hit me, was she?
No,
I
she's
just
about.
realised.
I would say she's about 25 feet away.
Fine. I just realised I've got Giant Killer, which I could have used.
What's giant killer?
It's
That sounds
actually
great,
nothing to do
Tom.
with giants.
It doesn't actually. It's not about killing giants.
No, when a large or larger creature within 5 feet of me hits or misses, I can use my reaction to attack the creature immediately afterwards. So I could have used that any time I've been hit before, but not with her. Well, not now. Right, I think Hunter's Mark doesn't affect everyone else, does it?
No, sadly not. Gives you boost to damage, and you can track the creature as well. You kind of almost have like a supernatural sense of wherever she is. Like you know, even if you close your eyes, you can still kind of see her in your mind's eye.
The two Broken Sky guys, are they right next to each other?
Yeah, they are next to each other, and they're basically tucked behind like a little chest-high wall, Gears of War style.
Can I cast Hail of Thorns on them?
Thorns, yes. What do I need to do? Do you know?
Yes, I have it on my phone because I didn't write any of this down.
That's all right. I can
So Hail of Thorns.
Do you have an app? Do you have an illegal app?
No, I'm looking at it on Roll20.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good.
So next time I hit a creature with a ranged attack before
Okay.
the spell ends, it explodes outwards, basically hitting everything
Oh yeah,
within
this is a
5
bonus
feet.
action. Okay, so you cast it on yourself, and then you're going to attack, right?
I think I have to. Oh yeah, I'll cast it on
Bonus
myself.
action. Yep.
So I'll use that as a bonus action. I want to shoot at the 2 guys, or at least just one of them.
Yep.
Because, so I'll do that.
Yep.
See if it hits first. 19.
That easily hits these guys. I'm not going to tell you to roll damage, just with the amount of damage I know you can do and stuff like that. These guys are pretty weak. You fire, and the bolt actually pierces through one and hits the other guy, and they just drop dead.
Whoa.
Just like, "Rah!"
Multi-attack then, please, on the giant.
Yep, you get your second attack against the giant. Those guys were very, very weak.
14?
No, sadly not. The bolt just deflects off this thick armor that you've kind of got around there.
Right.
Cassandra,
2 down.
Cassandra calls out like, "Can anybody make her easier to hit? This armor's ridiculously tough." As you do that, on her turn, she has to make a saving throw against your guardian.
Yes, she does. Chris, Guardian.
Saving throw. What am I making?
It is a wisdom saving throw.
Will a 16 beat your DC?
Yes.
So she takes 10 instead.
10 instead of 20.
Okay.
Radiant damage.
She staggers back. She's actually going to stagger back, so her back is now against the end of the room, which is about 60 feet from the entrance. She staggers back, and she's just, "Your little guardians of light cannot protect you.
He's pretty big. Massive dong.
You know what else is big?" And then she reaches over, picks up another chunk of this balcony, just tears it off
Could you
the
stop
wall.
balconying people? Oh shit!
Throws a balcony.
There's a
Ooh,
fucking balcony.
15 to hit?
Oh, that might.
My armor class is
Oh,
15
it does.
now.
Because
Just.
you took off the magic armor. It's like, you look at it and you're like, my magic armor will oh no! Balcony!
Heck.
31.
Oh,
Wham! There's only 2 balconies left though.
oh, good.
Blah! But you can see that she's kind of like, with the guardian being in the middle of the room, she kind of if she has to go round it, like she's going to be affected by its radius.
Getting balconied sucks, Reynard.
It hurts. It really hurts. Elora, you should try it. It sucks.
I really don't want to. Thanks, though.
And yeah, she just kind of like looks around, just kind of grits her teeth, not really sure what to make of the situation. Cam and Cassandra next.
Okay, I'll do my bonus action, spiritual weapon first.
Okay.
It's just a tiny little dagger, just going after her. That is it was a 9 plus 17.
17 just misses. It gets bounced against the armor. Again, Cassandra calls out just like, make it easier to hurt her, somehow.
I don't know how.
Get Reynard, like Reynard was, his bolts were injuring this thing. Do something. And she looks over at you and then she turns her attentions back. What are you doing for your action and move?
What were you doing?
Shoot now.
I'm going
His
to...
bolts seem to be like, actually have dealt the most damage along with your ice storm.
Is it a type of damage?
It's just, he's really good at fighting giants.
Oh, okay.
He knows where to hit them. That's the problem with old Reynard. He's like,
Yeah.
go for the knees.
Go for the knees, straight for the knees. That's what they hate. They hate
It's
that.
like an 80-80.
Hit the knees.
I can't...
Cam, the knees.
Then do something.
I'm going to cast Bane on her.
Okay.
What's
What this
Bane?
does
Is
is
D4 subtracts, right? From saving
charisma
from
saving
attacks.
throw.
Okay, charisma saving throw first. Fail.
You target must roll a d4 and subtract that number rolled from their attack or saving throw.
Cool. And that's concentration?
Duration for a minute, concentration.
Oh,
Okay.
so is that every saving throw
Oh.
they have to make?
Our spiritual weapon or guardian of faith concentration spells.
Spiritual weapon probably is.
I think that isn't, but
The Guardian of Faith is not.
It's not?
No.
Spiritual
weapon
Is not?
is
I think we've had
It's
this
a bonus
conversation
action,
before.
so it
No,
is
it
another
is.
thing.
It is.
Oh, it is.
concentration.
You need to make a constitution saving throw.
My nose
Can
is
you
bleeding.
beat 31?
No.
14.
No. Unfortunately, you lose that. As the balcony hit you, it's just like blink and fades out of existence. Okay, so she failed the Bane, so that was your action.
Oh.
You've done your move.
Hunter's Mark is concentration.
You need to roll a d20 and add your Constitution save modifier.
I do have
Tell
a
me if you
bonus.
roll a natural 20.
I didn't. I got 13, but I do have a bonus against giants
Nope.
and saving throws. Does
It's
that not
gonna
help?
you.
So I
with
lose
that roll.
Hunter's Mark. Okay.
You've lost Hunter's Mark, unfortunately. Being hit by a balcony will kind of make you lose
It'll do
concentration
that.
on a
2,
spell.
3. I can still do
Yeah.
it once more.
Cass will attack. Yeah. She hits with the first attack. The greatsword cleaving in. 5, 8. She will spend a spell slot. This is her last level 1. Oh, great. Good job, Cass. Fucking 1 extra damage. Woohoo.
Woot woot.
Yeah.
Every little helps.
She just chips away, and then the greatsword comes swinging down again, but it looks like Cass is just wearing out of energy, and she's like, she's like just carving into this woman's ankles, desperate to try and hack through the armor.
That's the way.
Elora.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So if I cast a spell, am I then able to cast up to level 2 spell as a bonus action? Is that because we've done that before, where there's been like healing word? You can.
Healing word is a bonus action.
Okay, no.
So you can cast healing word as a bonus action.
Never mind. I'm gonna cast heat metal on her armor
Oh.
at level 3.
Okay. You should cast heat metal as level 3.
Is it metal?
As it is metal, as she heats up, she just starts laughing. Do you know what I am, little elf? I am a fire giant. Your little metal. It just makes me stronger.
I'll cancel the spell.
And unfortunately, it still costs you the spell slots. So
Fine.
that's a 3rd level spell slot.
Fuck,
Yeah, unfortunately,
waste of time.
she is immune to fire.
I didn't even.
That's all right. That's
Think.
going to happen.
Spiritual weapons, not
In the moment, you make
concentration.
those things. Okay, so you didn't lose it. So the card's wrong.
The card is wrong. It has.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure
There you
you've
go.
done spells before and kept it up.
They're dead. Reynard.
Does she have anything that looks like armor straps visible?
No, not visible. She's kind of got like this long flowing red hair that covers a lot of her upper body, and then on her legs it just seems to be like metal plates and grooves. I mean, there's clearly straps somewhere.
Yeah.
It's holding it together.
And how close is everyone to her at the moment?
So Cassandra's
Various
next to her.
distances.
Cam is in the middle of the room, about 30 feet away. She's at the far end of the room. Elora has moved off maybe about like 5 feet to the side.
So if I was to do a cone spell,
You could position yourself to only hit her.
okay. Well, I'll
if you
do
move
that.
in the room. Okay.
So can I do Hunter's Mark and then the Conjure Barrage?
What is Conjure Barrage? Is that an action to cast or a bonus action?
Well, Hunter's Mark is a bonus.
Oh, in that case, then yes, you can.
Conjure Barrage.
Some DMs say that you can't do that. I'm going to say you can.
It says one
So
action.
nice.
Yeah. Well, it's dumb. Like, yeah, it's a bonus action. It's like a minor spell.
So,
Okay.
uh,
So you Hunter Mark, and then you Conjure Barrage.
so in an attempt to hit just as many pieces of her as possible.
Okay.
One of them's going to hit something.
Okay, yeah, I like
So,
the idea with this. Okay. So she makes a dexterity saving throw.
Like you're thinking.
Yeah. 3d8. Oh my god.
Do you want a new D8?
Oh my lord.
That is a 13 dex save. What's your
Oh,
spell save
I
DC?
think it's higher than that actually.
my
think it's
spell save,
14.
14.
Minus 4.
Say it fails. So
Oh, yeah, you need to
3d8
minus
plus your
the
d6
D4.
for Hunter's
You need
Mark.
to roll a d4 as well.
Oh yeah. Well, she failed
fail.
anyway.
One d4.
D6 for Hunter's Mark as
Oh
well.
yeah. So that's 7, 10, 13, 19.
19 points. So first of all, she's going to take that. 101. You've got her into triple digits. And then I will also see.
What?
Hang on, no, she was in 1,000.
Oh my god, she's at
Tell you
998.
what. We'll say I'll roll percentile dice.
Uh-huh.
If under 25%, you break some of the armor off. A 3. Parts of the armor, the barrage kind of scatters out, and you can see it shreds part of the armor, like on her torso, which kind of just like falls to the ground like a front chest plate. Just kind of like goes and reduce her AC. As part of the
Nice
armor has
work.
fallen away, and yeah, you scatter it. She like she staggers back. She like looks down. She's just like enough, and then she starts to march towards you.
Wait, am I able
Oh,
to...
shit, you
so that was
really
one
pissed her
action.
off.
I don't suppose I have a multi-attack, do I?
That's the spell is one action, so you cast it
Yeah.
as like the
That's for
spell,
the
basically.
balcony! And then I'm going to say, in Giant, because I can speak that, you big old bitch.
Her eyes in rage, because Cass is going to get an attack opportunity as she passes.
Please take all the flack.
Cass desperately tries to hit her, but just stumbles. Like obviously her injury is overcoming her. She does walk past your guardian.
Wisdom.
With
Natural 20.
Oh.
She takes 10,
It's okay.
and she strides straight up to Reynard, and she pulls back her spear and slams it down twice.
Twice?
So I have to take a D4 off this, correct?
Yeah.
17.
Yeah, it's
I need to borrow some d6, please, everybody.
He's probably.
I need another 4d6.
Sorry? How many?
And this is twice.
You done it twice?
Yeah.
She has to hit you twice, yes. That was a 3. I'm not that over.
This might genuinely
12,
take him out.
15, 20.
Looking for another guest, right?
Jesus.
33 points of damage as the first spear slams into you, piercing
Is
through
this
parts of your
snowstorm
chest.
still going?
No, it's gone. It was only
Let's
one.
see what the Bane does. 15 to hit.
Just hits him.
Does it just
I've
hit?
got 15.
Hang on, let me just make sure I've got this right. 19 minus 4, 15.
50. It's a 15.
The second spear comes slamming down. I rolled less damage on this one. 10,
How much less?
Hopefully
Because that helps.
24.
No, he's
You lose concentration on the mark
Because you're
He's-
down.
because you are on 0. You kind of like
gone
what?
beyond, you're just unconscious.
You're unconscious. Yeah, you don't instantly
need to
die.
count
You're
it
making
past
death
that.
saving.
I had a total of 89, including my temporary. I'm on now 90.
Oh no, you're temporary.
I'm on 90 now, yeah. Well, 90 is the
He
total
counts
damage I've
up.
taken.
Yeah, you see you're counting up
Oh.
basically.
So
So
I'm-
you are
10 over.
unconscious.
I'm one over.
Yeah. So you watch as the final spear kind of like pierces through Reynard's chest, and he kind of slumps back onto the ground unconscious. Cass howls in rage, and yeah, that is her go. Cam and Cassandra.
Oh, shit. Ah! Cass! Heal him! I'm going to try and
On it.
polymorph
Okay, polymorph.
to give him time to do that.
Time safe. What's my safe?
It is a wisdom saving throw.
Minus a d4.
Minus a d4. What's your DC?
It's a 15.
I rolled a 15 for my saving throw, and then I rolled a 1 on the d4.
Oh,
She fails.
It's a fucking mole.
This kind of bright red mole just scampers around.
Don't hit it! Don't hit it. I'm
Okay.
going to run over and pick
Yeah,
it
well,
up.
Cass runs over, and she's within 30 feet of you. She's gonna dump, I'm gonna keep some of it, 15 HP. You get back.
So I'm back alive.
So you start from 0, so best to basically wipe out your damage.
Got,
Yeah.
So yeah, wipe that out and you've got now.
It might be easier if you just count how much damage you take and then match it to your hit points. So yeah, so you've got 15 HP right now is what you have.
She's going to pop back into existence in a minute.
Is it a
Where do I
minute?
put the mole? In the runes. With the corridor. With the brain thing.
Yes.
I'm sprinting.
Okay, so you are literally you run up the stairs.
Fucking moles. I hate moles.
Okay, and then you
Open the door.
Put the mole in. You're gonna throw the mole in and then shut the door.
Don't throw it. Gently place it into the
I'll
rooms.
skirt
Otherwise,
it on the floor.
as far as
Okay,
you can.
and then you instantly hit the thing. As soon as you throw the mole and it passes that first line, something happens. I have to refer to my notes.
Close the door. Close the door.
Wisdom saving throw.
She runs back to Grunker.
Does she still have Bane?
Yeah.
I
it a
don't
minute?
know.
It's not been a minute. Yeah, I'd say she's still got Bane.
Bane is a minute, yeah.
That was a lot of dice.
10. 20.
Is this how much the traps are
28.
done?
She takes 1 as the mole, transforms back into a thing. 28, 27 more points.
She expands into a corridor that's too small for her.
Well, it is 10 feet wide, the corridor, and she can go lengthways. So she kind of, you hear, and you just hear screaming. Even though this door seems to absorb most sound, like it reverberates.
I'm just standing at the closed door like,
I'm standing
Trying
with
to
Cam.
think. I've got to think what's going to happen. So now she would pop back in, but she's still at the end, but she's also wedged in the corridor.
The door, as long as the door's
okay, I
closed,
know what
that
she'll do.
damage happens, right?
Okay, that's going to hit. I'd say she would do 3d6.
oh, okay.
She's trying to hit the door.
19. Boom! The door just rumbles and shakes, and you can see it begin to split and crack. She has to make another wisdom saving throw.
Get Reynard, Wall of Force.
This time she passes it.
Wall of Force.
We got a scroll.
I'm guessing that you've like brought everybody. Eventually, Cass like runs
Reynard.
over.
Wall of
the
Force.
four of you.
Stumble
You
us.
are now currently in this tiny
What does
corridor,
that
and you
do?
watch.
Pass it to Laura.
Makes
Right,
a
hang
wall
on.
of force.
So, it was your move action to get up there. I've got to keep track of like certain things happening at the moment.
Oh.
She.
I mean,
We need to keep a pinned in here.
Wolf, let me.
20 points. Boom! The doors snap, and you can see half of it beginning to crumble down, and you just see this enraged,
W.
in pain eye staring directly at you, Cam. Bloodshot, just in complete rage. You almost hear like a high-pitched whine come from the room as you watch her face contort in agony. She fails that again. That's 6 more d6 psychic damage.
can you move the wall of force?
Can I don't know how Wall of Force works.
16.
I'm trying to
Give me
do
a
it.
second.
It's the
16.
scroll, so the scroll does it.
I know, but I'm trying to figure out what it actually does.
Next wall of force.
It's a very complicated looking spell.
She screams, howls as you just watch her face twist and contort in pain. Some unseen thing. Blood begins running out of her nose and ears as she screams another punch. 17, she's going to hit. I think this is going to do it damage-wise. 18. The doors explode, almost covering Cam in debris.
Just
Wall
cast
of
the wall.
force.
Yeah. Wall.
So, that happens.
Yeah.
The runes depower. As soon as that door breaks, you watch all the runes phase. You cast Wall of Force using the scroll. Okay, so Wall of Force, it creates, you basically can block off this corridor. It creates an invisible barrier of force that I believe is immune to any damage.
You
no one-
can't,
no one
and
can
you
go
can't
through it.
dispel magic it either, apparently,
Mm-hmm.
according to this.
A
So-
disintegrate spell works.
You conjure this. Her fist slams into it. Nothing. It just absorbs the force. She pummels it. Does nothing.
Shoot now, Reynard.
Nothing goes through it.
passed through his wall.
Nothing goes through the other way as well?
No, it's
So it's
two,
got
it's not
two-way.
Reynard's shield. It's not Reinhardt's shield that you
Damn
can
it.
shoot through it. It's both ways.
Okay.
She just begins pushing herself backwards out of this tiny corridor, and then eventually kind of like breaks free, and just descends.
how does she
turns
look?
around the corner. She looked in agony.
Reynard, I can dimension door, but it's risky.
Okay, that's all you got.
What?
I'm still keeping this in
Yeah.
vague initiative. You got 6 seconds. What are the two of you doing?
I mean, at the end of the hallway is Grunker. We could, I mean, potentially.
Take me.
What?
Take me.
Okay.
You dimension door with Alora.
Yeah.
Okay. Vroomp. You teleport what to
Gonna
the
go
other side of the corridor?
behind her. Yeah.
Yeah, so
So
where
where
she-
her
okay.
feet are.
So you
but
appear-
good distance.
Kind of round the corner where you know where this kind of corridor twists off
Yeah.
and leads back to the golem room. And as you appear, you see her just kind of pulling herself free into the golem room. The golem room was quite large, it had a high ceiling, so she manages to kind of stand to her full height, and you can just see her just like, do you think this is enough? And then you just hear her, you're the fucking bitch that killed my men. And then you just hear like the chains going, basically. That's what, as the two of you land, this is what you hear. So it's a round for Grunk. Natural 20.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Nice.
Grunker. I'll never laugh at your name again. Maybe once.
That's going to be 8 plus that's 10. Okay. You just hear like a scream. What do the two of you do?
I want to cast Blight on
Okay,
her.
you can't see. Like you're
can't.
literally at the thing. Oh, actually, no. You can see her kind of in this room.
Where do we
so you
dimension
cast.
door to?
No. You can see her.
I can
So
see
you're
her,
kind of like
so I'm
turning
gonna
around the
cast
corner.
Blight
So
on
you
her.
cast Blight. Okay, what's that?
And I want
Constitution
to
saving
drop
throw.
the Wall of Force so that they can get through if they want to.
Okay, so Constitution saving throw, I believe.
Yeah. Blight.
Blight deals necrotic damage, correct?
It's necrotic. Constitution saving throw. Minus a d4.
I have one bad. I just
Bane's
checked my
probably
initiative
got-
thing. She does have a turn before you cast your spell. She's going to attack Grunker. Because it's her initiative.
Okay.
Keeping it in a vague initiative form. She crawled through, you guys teleported.
There's nothing I can do
That's
to
the
stop
thing.
that.
There's nothing you guys can do to stop that. Let's see if she hits.
How much health did she have again? Like 33 or something?
Not much, no, not even. 20 something.
She doesn't have a spear, actually.
She lost her
She
fit.
dropped
Oh.
her spear. That's not a lot of damage. 5,
Oh,
12. Second attack though.
Oh.
Natural 1.
Yay.
Oh my god.
You watch
Oh my
as
God.
Grunker's like darting to the sides, just lashing her with these chains. One ginormous fire giant fist smashes Grunker up into the wall. And you can see Grunker kind of like crying out in pain as she's pinned against the stone. But as she pulls back to throw another one, Grunker lands, deftly combat rolls, gets out of the way as another fist slams into the ground. Your spell goes off. Constitution save, yes? Mm-hmm. Natural 1.
Oh shit.
She's gonna take 8d8 damage now.
Let's see
How
what you
much?
roll.
8d8.
For what?
Anyone got
For light.
d8s? D8s?
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's okay, I can just roll these twice.
Yeah, just roll those twice. It'll be easier.
So that's,
Oh,
oh my
shit.
god, that's 3 8s and a 7 to start.
That's 16,
so
24, 31, yep.
Oh, I've got a really cool move I want to do.
Oh my god, Elora, that's the most damage I think you've ever rolled in your
I'm
life.
shaking! 31. So
53.
31.
32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57 damage.
How do you want to kill her?
Oh shit.
Oh, I don't know!
So Blight, you kind of reach up your hand and you kind of think about all the shit you've been through with this, like, you know, going through the mines, everything they did to the dwarves, what you've seen her do to Ithane, the kind of way that she was fine with everybody else, and you kind of also remember that she's a servant of Felania who's done some pretty nasty stuff, and you just kind of let out this scream
I'm gonna scream, "This is for Talus Val, you bitch!" And just...
Whoa.
And as you do, you watch as just the life force is drained out of her. She kind of like stumbles back, her face, once kind of somewhat beautiful and kind of this onyx, you know, kind of black skin with fiery red hair just turns grey and begins to crumble away, like almost like embers drifting off in the distance as her skin just develops, and you just watch as her eyes just turn a pure white as her withered form just slumps and lands on the ground.
Does a book fall?
Moving. She had
It's
it in a
on
bag.
her.
Okay. I'm going to stare in disbelief and kind of reach out and pat Laura on the shoulder and then throw up.
Okay.
That's why I wanted you to take...
Grunker pushes an arm off of her. Ah! She kind of stumbles out.
I'm gonna
She
go
looks over at you. She's like, "Great job."
Are you okay?
I think so. Is everyone else all right?
I'll stumble up.
Can
Oh,
I...
look, he lived.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're all
Grunker.
okay.
Oh, you are amazing.
Yeah, you're not bad, pretty boy. You're not bad.
I'm going to crouch down and, thinking of Avandra, I will cast Beacon of Hope, which is a 3rd level abjuration spell. A big burst of light energy comes out of me, and each target has advantage on wisdom saving throws and death saving throws, and regains maximum number of hit points possible from any healing. So
When you do that,
From
Cassandra
any
kind of
healing.
nods and begins going to work with healing spells.
Don't
Who's super
touch me.
injured? You're injured.
I've only
Get
got
him.
15
Yeah,
health.
so Cassandra comes up to you. It's maximum, right? So it's 16 plus a charisma, which
Can
is
I-
19
I'll
hit
heal
points as she
Grunker
kind
a
of
little bit,
you
as much
hear her
as
mutter a
I
prayer
can.
to Bahamut. She will also hear Grunker.
I could heal Grunker.
Who else? You're injured, actually. Cass will heal you.
I'll heal Grunker.
You get 19.
sweet, that's to be
I'll heal-
max.
what
I
level?
don't know how much Grunker can take back.
Um,
So I'll cast it at level 2.
Okay,
See
so that's
what-
going to be 20 for you, which heals her up to what her current
Okay.
maximum is.
That's fine then, that's
which
fine.
is not very much. You kind of stand there in this golem room. The room has been wrecked, by the way. Like the pipe has been bent, and just kind of wet clay has poured out of the side of it and is just covering like one half of the room. The kilns have been smashed, like literally blocked up with like all the crates and stuff like that. She's kind of just bungled them in, and they've
really gone to town.
Yeah, Grunker's gone to town on wrecking this place.
You've been quite busy, Grunker.
Well, I had to, didn't I? You know, you guys are busy. It's, she kind of looks at you, looks that there's only the 4 of you. I take it nobody else has made it.
No.
Are they
They
just?
are still down
I'm
there.
gonna go get them.
And the doors, there's no more traps. You should be fine to go through.
Yeah, if you happy to give me.
Can I actually go with her and
Yeah.
go and see if Thane?
Yeah, of course. You guys make your way back down. You head down the kind of stairway, the spiral staircase leading down. And yeah, you just kind of find the 2 Talisval guards, their throats slit, definitely dead. Didn't get enough time to them. And then, just this poor kind of chubby dwarf, very short beard, like almost kind of like mine on Trot's kind of level, not thick and grown out, chubby round cheeks, floppy, almost like a beanie hat kind of tied back, wizard's robes covered in blood, badly bruised eye, broken hands, looked in a really bad way. His hand ever so slightly scorched just from the fire spell that he tried to set the book alight with.
What a waste.
We're going to need to get him back to Veldeban.
Take him back to town.
And to
We can do
Helga,
that.
his
We have
wife.
time now.
Yeah.
The book, his book, Ethane's book.
Yeah, we need
She
to
put it in
look
her
at-
bag, right?
Can I
Yeah.
go and see what is
Yeah.
on
So
her?
Grunker basically puts the 2 bodies of the Talisval guards on her shoulders, carries them upstairs. Cassandra picks up Ethane, just carries him upstairs for you. And you guys make your way upstairs. When you find her body, she actually has a kind of large satchel bag made from, you could probably reckon it's probably made from like wyvern hide or something like that, like a thick reptilian creature's hide. Inside the bag, you find a couple of things. You find 4 rubies, probably the size of
Do
a
you want
golf
me to-
ball,
You're
I'll
right.
put it- I've
£300
got
worth
the-
of diamonds.
and also revivifying.
How much,
It's been
sorry?
over a minute, I think.
Yeah.
3
Oh, 3.
3
golf-sized rubies.
3 golf-sized rubies.
You find a book, kind of very ancient-looking dwarven tome. Upon the front is almost like the Vesuvian. Is it the Vitruvian Man? But it's almost like a construct. Like you can see this kind of almost like artist rendition of a golem on the out front, covered with runes, absolutely wall to wall of runes, basically.
Page to page.
There is also some oddities in here as well. There's kind of what for a giant would be a hand mirror. For you guys, it's pretty fucking massive. It's like a wall
It's a
mirror.
full body mirror.
Mirror,
Yeah, it's like
shit.
a kind of iron on the outside, kind of almost wrought, twisted iron. Quite beautiful in a way, but absolutely massive.
Could use this.
Does it look like? Is it magical? Is it any
It doesn't
arcane?
actually appear magical.
Okay.
What we could do is leave the mirror just right by her blighted face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do
Yeah,
that.
you do that. There's also a large comb. Looks like a brush, like literally a giant. This mass. It's like a club
Just a
for
big
you. Just
hair-
big old hairbrush, basically.
Cool.
Random stuff.
Don't want that.
Do you want that, Laura?
No, I'm
Your
good.
hair seems to be growing quite rapidly.
You could probably use it as an improvised club. It's so big.
Do you want me to
I'm gonna
brush
hit
your
you
hair,
with my
Laura?
hairbrush.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably the only one big strong enough to carry it as well.
Do you want a giant hairbrush?
I don't really want it. I'm gonna take. No.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take the giant hairbrush.
Okay.
Just for funsies.
Basically, it's a great club. So if you want to look at the stats of a great club,
Just a
Giant
huge brush.
hairbrush.
Hilarious. Anything else
Club.
rummaging through that?
that's pretty much it.
So,
Can I take
Some
scraps of
the
food.
bag?
It's too big. It's like this thing is massive. It's like a tent for you.
Okay.
You want to use that as a tent?
No.
Sleeping bag.
It's kind of smelly.
I like to
Could I
Really
read
rough.
through the tome a little?
Yeah, looking through the tome, you read Dwarvish. Again, it's kind of written in that old hand. This is a very detailed, thorough guide on how to create clay golems. And you think that anybody who is in possession of this manual, this book, this manual of golem creation, could, with enough gold and enough materials, could make those clay golems like the ones you fought.
And the place we just destroyed.
No, inside the book is actually how you create the facility to make them as well.
Oh.
All you need is this book and gold, and you can make them.
Ah, it's a good thing it never got
This
to Thalania.
can't. This can't get into the wrong hands.
It's a good thing you destroyed the one facility that makes them as well, we hope.
At the moment,
Grunk
I
just
don't.
gives you a thumbs up. Big fanged, toothy grin.
At the moment, I don't really know whose hands it's safe in.
Ours.
To be honest.
Cassandra's just like, ours.
Yeah.
I know.
No council members?
No. As much as I'm loath to admit, because I believe in Talisval, there is clearly underhandness
We don't
within
know
the council.
who's a spy, who isn't.
If anything, I would trust it with Alfred. He's a mage, he can hide it at least, if nothing else. And I know he's loyal to Korak.
Why not just give it to Korak?
I mean, Korak
Again.
is...
There's drama with the council. I don't think.
Korak's also a little too trusting sometimes.
Alfred it is.
Well, that's merely my recommendation. He'll know at least a way to secure it.
Cassandra, would you keep it?
I will, yes. I will keep it within the Temple of Bahamut.
And give
Good.
it to
I
Cass.
would not want to see this used by anybody, though. Those things were unnatural.
Yeah, I'd be happy with it in your hands.
Very well.
Don't make golems.
Please.
Big Baphomet golems.
And there's no need. He is with us always.
Should we go find
What
Juto?
she said.
Yeah.
Yes, we should inform her of what's happened and make sure
She missed
everything's
out.
well on the surface. I was not here the last time. There was something about another giant in the town itself.
Gregor.
We should probably avoid that.
We don't. Do
Do
we
we
know
still
where
have
we
a
know where his
portal?
workshop is? It's like further into the mountains.
Yeah,
isn't
it was. It was further. It's near where the rock was headed.
But their
Yeah.
mission has failed. They wanted this
They
book.
wanted this.
Well, we've succeeded our mission.
We have. At least we could inform Korak that we've done the deed.
We did rescue the dwarves in the mine. We've at least stopped this female giant. It is unfortunate we
now-
cannot rescue the dwarf wizard.
We could
Or the
send
other
out
knights.
a group to get the dwarves back to safety, whatever they need.
Yes.
But I think we need to debrief
Very well.
with Korak.
So, you guys make your way out. Do you head back out towards the main entrance?
They said the
Moving to the
mole said the
surface?
surface, right?
The mole said surface.
Okay.
Saito.
Okay.
Saito.
You guys make your way up, following back through the path that you did, trying to put the dark memory of this kind of strange place behind you in the furious battle. As you near the surface, you make your way back into that large entrance hallway, and you begin following the other path that Saito led up to the surface. This path is kind of a little, not necessarily treacherous, it kind of, you work your way through a series of natural caverns, and then it eventually leads to the side of what you assume may be connected to the ravine to the mine. You follow a kind of curving, jagged, rocky path that leads up, the light of the surface just becoming a dull glow. As you reach it, it takes you a while, it takes you maybe like 10 minutes to get there. But as you near it, you begin making your way up to the approach when Saito emerges from a small crevice and just literally is like, shh,
Okay.
All right.
shh, and backs you in.
I point at Cass and shrug.
He just does this. Cass makes some noise. You guys kind of quietly make your way off to the side, and as you pull in, he's like, "We shouldn't be making a sound." Juto's there, and Juto just shakes her head. "You should see this, my friends. Come with me." And Juto just gestures. Cassandra's like, "I'll wait here. I don't want to make any noise." But the three of you follow Juto, and she leads you up, kind of like almost like in a cave system, and leads you to a small outcropping which actually looks out onto the kind of area around. As you look out, you can see hovering above Velderban a very strange sight. The clouds themselves seem to have pulled down very low.
Oh.
Emerging from the clouds like a ship on the ocean, a great galley of wood and iron hovering in the sky, larger than the town itself, great metal ring circling its main bow, its main body, humming with arcane power. You can see giant rings of brass and steel hang at the sides with ropes attached leading down towards the town itself. You can see a number of figures making their way up, climbing up these ropes, boarding this enormous sky ship. Standing on the prow, a giant fire giant with blazing red hair. He looks back. You can't hear his words, but he appears to be just pointing and barking orders. And then he looks up in the sky as the rock, this giant bird, flies up into the clouds and heads towards, well, to you it seems to head towards south, towards across the cloud lake. The ship itself hovers for a moment. The ropes are retreated and pulled up, and then it begins to rise quickly, majestically, as if it was sailing through the water itself, but this time through the air. And as it pulls up into the clouds themselves enshroud it and lift up into the sky, vanishing.
Wow.
And that is where we will leave things today.
You bastard.
It's five minutes early, but I thought that was
It's nice. It was nice.
point.
You could almost hear like Sephiroth's theme just then.
It's a little bit there. So
Holy shit.
there we go. Thank you very much for joining us.
Jesus.
Fire giant.
We are not
killed
going to be
one.
here next week or the week after, because we've got MCM
Awesome.
and then we're going to be at the Stream of Annihilation.
But you can see us on the stream of
But you can see us on the Stream of
Annihilation.
Annihilation. Like I said, a big thank you to Tom Hazel for bringing Reynard Ferrahorn
Thank
to the
you.
party.
A true pleasure.
Yeah.
sir.
It's very likely, I will have a chat with Tom, it's likely he will not be with us when we come back, so we will have Reynard return to Talos Val, successful in his mission. But nonetheless,
Still a bit of a dick.
thank you very much for playing with us. I'm glad.
you.
Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy
I
D&D?
had so much fun.
Is this
Holy
your,
shit.
this is your first D&D experience?
This is my first game, and I probably made a load of mistakes. I
It's
probably.
all part of it.
Everyone makes
I mean,
mistakes.
I started as a level 9 character, so.
Nice.
But
Yeah.
Ah, well, and that's the other thing. Just before you go, Tom, we will level Reynard up, so
Oh,
you can
man, you know what that
experience the
means?
joy of leveling up.
hang on, I think I get some stuff.
That I won't get to use.
Yeah,
No,
we
I don't.
leveled
Come
up.
back.
I get it at
We
level
leveled
11.
up now.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so you're all going to be level 10.
Sweet.
I get elemental.
The elemental.
Well,
Ding, ding,
thank
ding.
you
Ding, ding, ding.
very, very
Good job
much.
on
Thank you for
that
joining us,
polymorph,
Tom.
Chris.
That was amazing.
Clutch
Beautiful.
play.
Yeah. I had it.
It's a
Trapping
Go,
her
go.
trapping her in the what I call the corridor of doom was a very good idea as well.
I like that you
Wow.
affectionately called your creation the Corridor of Doom, Mark.
It was doable. I knew you had Dimension Door and Misty Step. I just was
yeah.
wondering how long it would take you to use them.
A long time. I was baffled.
Mark was telling you about his corridor last week,
Oh, was he?
saying everything about it.
You bastard.
You bastard.
But yeah, well done. Seriously, good job.
Was
And,
Dimension
that
Door
was
the
just
only way
one
through?
giant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Yeah.
scary, folks.
Pretty scary. When they hit, they hit.
160 odd hit points, 170
Oh,
odd hit
shit.
points. I gave her like a one use spell. And yeah, just the fucking boulders. Like, so they have this thing which is called rock throw, and they
Oh,
just throw a
God.
rock, and it deals like 4d10 plus 7 damage.
In this case,
And
bounty.
I was just making it because for flavour. I was like, where's she pulling these rocks from?
I
But,
mean, she did 57 damage to me in one turn.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
that
think
was
that's
the
the
two
most
spears.
damage
Yeah.
I've ever done in one turn as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
50
Okay.
something.
Some donations.
Light.
Let's read them.
Cart donated saying, hey there HR, been watching since the start but first time donating. I'm having to join the VOD squad tonight as finally
squad.
you guys have motivated me to start DMing for my own group. Doing our first session tonight with the starter set. Love you guys. Thank you very much and good luck. Hope it went well.
Have fun.
Ramrapra donated saying, so, it's been nearly 10 episodes. When are you guest starring on the C team already?
Ha! I wish. I'd love to.
I don't know what that
Freaking love to.
means.
C Team is Penny Arcade's
Oh,
TV that
cool.
Jerry's running
Yeah, yeah,
on.
yeah.
You've been having dreams about characters, haven't you?
No, I just like to. Sometimes I like to think like, if I was a guest on Critical Role, what would I play?
Such a
I'd play
fanboy.
this.
I had the same, but
You
for
can
high
ask him in
rollers.
person.
Yeah,
Seattle.
let's do in person
Yeah,
in
that's what I'm
Seattle.
gonna do.
Nightjar donated saying, will we be able to donate as normal via Twitch next Sunday or should I just throw some shiny pennies on stage instead? HighRollers Live Hype, don't throw money at us.
Buy
Don't
some,
throw
buy
money on
merch,
stage.
buy HighRollers merch.
will be the thing, so you can take something home with you as well.
Yeah. Yeah, very big fan of people. And donating is lovely, but merch as well means that you get something.
Yeah.
But if you do throw money, make sure you transfer all your money into pennies and just throw all of
Thank
that,
you.
just
Right in Chris Trott's face.
like a spray.
Yeah, I mean, if it's
of
aimed at
change.
Trot, I don't really
I'm
care.
going to wear a ballistic mask on stage. Kinglesk donated 740 Twitch bits.
Oh,
I don't know what the
Don't know
translation
what
of that is,
but thank you.
$7.40.
but the fact that it's
Oh,
on this
okay.
list must be cool. Rip Kim, it says.
Rip Kim.
Oh,
Yeah,
bless
poor
her.
Kim. Hope she's feeling
Not well.
Yeah, go send your well wishes to her on Twitter. Gyra Kavian donated saying, I won't be able to watch tonight, but there's a question that has been on my mind for a while now. If your player characters were Transformers, what would their alt modes be? KG just assumes that Allura has a vehicle object mode and beast modes. What would I
Oh man, that's
I
pretty
transform
cool.
into a
of
giant
a-
raven.
Yeah, it's not really, it's supposed to be a car. Or
It's supposed to be a car, aren't I?
I mean, you could be a beast transform, but that's lame.
A mini coupe.
You'd be a Mini Cooper, wouldn't you, really? Yeah, that's kind of true.
What would Reynard be?
I guess, well, Reynard
Laura would
apparently
be a
is the
mini.
name of a trickster
Mini.
god, a fox trickster god. So I guess he's
Oh.
just turned into a tiny little fox.
No,
It's
cars!
gotta be a
Transformers
car.
of machines!
I
God
would
damn
be-
it!
I
Useless.
don't know enough about
What about
cars to tell you that.
A
Well, he's a giant eagle. To begin
Cadillac.
with.
Yeah, or maybe like a jet ski or something.
He is the colour of like Bumblebee, isn't
Or
he?
maybe, I think like Juto would be some sort of motorcycle. I think Juto
Yeah.
would be like a Harley or something like that,
It's like a,
or a Suzuki.
yeah,
Yeah.
like a really cool,
What would Allura be? Kind of nature maybe like a Landy, like a Land Rover, a Jeep.
like an eco-friendly electric car.
Smart car.
Electric RV.
I'm a Tesla.
The other
Yeah.
thing that would be a lowrider.
Oh. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, lowrider, cool.
Lowrider, nice.
Gemmo donated $50,
Whoa!
Yeah.
Half hundo.
half a dollar hundo. First time I've been able to watch live since the beginning of High Rollers. You guys are the greatest. Thank you very much. Lady Vatris donated saying, hi Tom and everyone else.
Yeah.
We know who you love, Lady
Kappa.
Vatris.
Hope Kim feels better soon and send her my love. We shall.
We shall.
Anon 912. If Mark or Trot could read. P half within 4...
It's part 1 of 2.
Oh, right. Within 4 months last year, my girlfriend, 3 years, moved out for work. I lost my job. Am I reading this out loud? I don't feel like I should. It's quite personal. During that time of bad things happening to this person, they found HighRollers and decided to watch because Trot was on it, and well, it was my weekly solace. That was in there.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't make that up. Got
I know
4
that people
friends
watched
to
it
watch.
because you were on it.
Got 4 friends to watch and GMing for 10 months. Thank you all for inspiring and entertaining me.
Awesome.
Current members and past members alike. Thank you very much for your donation.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm glad we helped you. Nightjar donated again, saying, well, that cleared up. Well, that cleared that up. I guess I'll have to throw some pennies at you next week. Glad I booked an extra night in the hotel, or I definitely missed it. Give our love and hugs to Paulie Kim. I'm going to pass it on because I think it's probably nearing the end now. Because that was an updated donation.
Yeah, that's so, yeah.
Gemmo has donated saying, and now my internet's acting up, so can't watch anyway. No! Okay, catch the phone.
Oh, did it?
Oh,
They probably like
okay.
Nigel
Did
probably like
someone else-
listen like probably when I said at the start like, oh, you can always buy merch. At
Oh,
thingy.
okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
because it's not being streamed.
Gotcha.
Orvar2, hey guys, love the streams and you got me into D&D. Also, Lewis said on a stream that he wants to be on HighRollers but hasn't been asked.
He has been asked.
He has been
I
asked.
have asked him.
It's
Okay.
the matter of guests is always when they are actually fitting into Mark's
Free.
campaign as well, and when they are free because it is a weekend. So,
Indeed.
all around
I
has
think I put
donated.
an office email around actually, seeing who wanted to jump
Yeah,
in.
I think you did. That wasn't that long ago.
That's how this boy.
So this one got
Pretty
in.
much, yeah.
And I've got loads of free
Tom's
time.
just like, is somebody asking for something? Poppy in it, please.
If you need someone for a stream, that's me.
Olaran, thank you very much for your donation. Junk Drawers says, thanks HighRollers for all of the wonderful content. You guys are definitely my favourite D&D stream. Mark, when will the Scottish elves make their appearance? Summer Spire, hint hint, Scottish elves are the best elves.
Well, I've not given an accent to any of the summer spies, to any of the spires yet. I don't think I will accent the spires, because Katie would murder me, because she hates
But there
my
could be
Scottish
some
voices.
Scottish elves.
They
out
could be.
there.
Yeah, there's an individual thing. Depends on where they raised.
No.
Summer elves are pretty cool. I don't know if you'll actually ever meet them in this campaign, though.
I'm a wee
Depends. Summer
We
elves
can't
are cool.
visit every single one, can we? There's a lot. Meldenor has said, you are awesome in capital letters.
Thank you.
I've seen the first episode a few days before. It feels like an eternity and have to watch all episodes till now. I'm currently at 21 and I hope to watch you live next
Damn.
week. You are awesome. Thank you for the great story till now. Thank you. That's very dedicated. I'm going to pass it on.
People want to
so
keep you, Tom,
that we keep.
in chat.
Sorry?
Aw,
Well,
wanna just
justice
keep
for
you.
Hazel.
Who knows? Maybe we'll see in the future
Yeah.
if Mr. Farrahorn returns.
Maybe
He
if he
didn't
doesn't
die,
die.
from the giant.
He didn't
didn't
die.
he? So
Yeah. You made the mistake of pissing her off.
I like them.
Yeah, but it
I'm
was
glad
really
I did.
good though.
The GG Wizard 16 donated $30. Hi, I have missed some of the live stream. I'll watch it on Yogs Live. I have just entered at the point where the animal messenger had entered. Maybe it is from someone who is spying on the broken sky because it's a mole in the agency.
Oh, nice.
They sort of were, weren't they?
Pun-based animal.
Definitely wasn't just Mark getting Kim and Saito out of the adventure so he didn't have 4 NPCs to control.
No, not at all. Not,
Not
at
at
all.
all.
I did bring the combat encounters down because you were 2 people down as well.
Oh, thank you.
Wait, thank
So
you.
would there be more
can
broken
tell.
sky?
There would have been 2 clay golems.
Oh.
And yes, in the final battle there would have been more broken sky.
Oh, okay.
Rather
got
than
me one
rather than
Clay
just
golems
minions.
and the giant. What?
Love Gun donated. Hello, HighRollers. Thanks for one of the best D&D shows out there. I'm going to be DMing my first session soon and am going to do a one-shot that I created. I was wondering if you guys had any advice for me. Thanks, guys. You are the best.
One shot, try and keep it a self-contained story, beginning, middle, end. Have that sorted.
Keep it linear.
I keep it linear. 1 combat encounter, and then at least 1 social encounter, and then fill the rest of the time with stuff your players come up
Don't
with.
overcomplicate it.
Try and make it quite open. I find things like heists, like any kind of like, oh, break in here and take this, or
They've got a goal.
give them a set goal,
Blah, blah,
give them
they
like
can
an
get to
open plan of how to do it, and then that creates fun.
Yeah.
Sky Silverwing
Check out
donated.
Dusk City for good ideas on how to do that.
Yeah.
Dusk City's
City.
really good for like one-shot mindset.
Yeah, really cool.
Last weekend was a bit crazy for me. I graduated from college, computer
Whoa.
support. My sister had her baby, a healthy baby girl, and against all odds, my best friend of 15 years, realised that she was in love with me and became my girlfriend.
Wow.
Crazy.
That sounds like an amazing weekend.
That sounds like the greatest week.
Yeah.
Congrats on everything.
Pretty jealous.
Yeah. I mean,
Katie's face. It's like, shut up.
Of such good things happening all at once.
Latitudinal Doodnal donated. I just realised that the old wizard dude, Alfred, is still sitting in a wrecked farmhouse twiddling his thumbs while you guys are exploring ancient dwarven ruins.
No, he's not.
I think he headed back.
He
didn't
He
Teleport
did
back
say
right
that,
away.
like, if he doesn't hear back from you in a couple of days, he'll head back.
Yep.
Or a day.
And
or
now we're
something
going
like
to him with a big old book.
that. Well, actually, no, you gave that extra Sandra.
Yeah, I'll do one more. Frost Giant 521 donated. Love all your streams and have been a big fan since the start. Oh, sorry. Have been a big fan since the start. Quick question: is the Comic-Con live show on during normal time, 5 till 8, or is it also? Is it different? Also, what episode of Wizards of the Coast do you suggest for myself to get started with them?
Oh, if you're watching C-Team, the Dice Camera Action, you want to start with their Ravenloft campaign so you can see me and this guy.
Guest star in it
Yeah.
twice.
And you're quite early on, right? You're like episode 4 or 5 or something like that.
Yeah,
and then
pretty
I'm
early
not that
on.
long after.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you should watch that. And in terms of
Were you
HighRollers
not
live at MCM, it's not going to be streamed.
I was, yeah.
And it's at 11 a.m. at the show.
There's a small chance it'll be recorded, but the best
Yeah.
thing to do is to turn up on the day. And
If
it's
you're
at
able
11
to.
a.m.
If you can.
It's,
got
you
MCM
don't have
tickets.
to. Yeah, it's just an MCM ticket. You don't need to pay for the actual show itself.
Yep.
Yeah,
And then
we'll
you
just be
can
there.
Come and see us afterwards.
Find out where the Platinum Suite is too, because it's not in the main
No,
halls.
it's where
in the
the
main
Yogscast
concourse,
show was last
upstairs.
upstairs.
Upstairs in the main concourse.
You'll find it. Anyway,
I said I was going to do one more, but there's actually quite a few left.
go on then.
Damn the Lamb donated. Bloody amazing stream so far, guys. Hope Kim gets better soon. Just wanted to say thank you for creating my favourite series of anything ever.
Wow.
Wow.
Favourite
that's-
series
that's a claim.
ever.
Anything ever.
Jesus.
Our pleasure. Metamanu donated. Generous donation. No message.
Oh, thank you.
Kid Kaboom donated. Greetings to you, fair travellers. And of course, praises to their great and powerful DM, leading them through a wonderful world of Iraq. Here is a minor token of my appreciation to you. May it please the dice gods in their infinite majesty. Thank you very much. Techie Reed donated. Hi Rollers. Was interrupted by my parents coming over just 30 minutes into the stream. So
parents.
we'll catch up
Unbelievable.
later. Keep on the good work. Don't forget the Geek and Sons raffle on the table as well. You can check that out. We've done that loads of times. geekandson.com/Yogscast table giveaway.
To win this very table.
In Trot Nerd voice, technically, Hail of Thorns is a concentration spell, so Reynard would have lost Hunter's Mark when he cast that, as the later learned by Critical Role. Normal voice. I hope we get some recording for next week, as I won't be able to see it.
Yeah, I hope we do too.
Fingers crossed, but we don't know how good it's going to be.
Ace of Thorns donated. Wishing Kim well. I have presents for the weekend.
Oh.
But I like it. Akawaste don't. Akawaste, what are you doing?
Returning.
Loving the streams, keep them coming. Can't wait to see one live next Sunday. Insert plug here. And then he's got his message to me that I don't have to read online. Thank you very much. We might get your help, Ak. I don't know. But we'll be seeing Akawaste at MCM as well.
Yay.
Oh, nice.
Ron Rapper donated. Dang, that was such an amazing fight. Everyone did something amazing. Reynard's giant slaying, Cam's polymorph, and Elora's epic blight. That's very cool. John Dillon donated. Reynard, pretty boy, and Goronka, orc lady, forever.
Yeah.
Ship that shit.
Ship is gonna ship.
Yeah, I like Grunker. Maybe you won't see her for a little while either.
Kimiko Saito donated with another half hundo.
Oh, thank you.
Didn't get to watch today, been up on a mountain all morning, looking forward to watching the VOD, have my graduation bonus from work. This time tomorrow I'll have a bachelor's degree. HighRollers has been keeping me sane through these past months during finals. And I'm going to pass this to Chris Trotty.
Hello. That's round 2. Shadow L391 donated a
Shadow
$250.
L.
Thank you very much. Hey, sad to hear about Kim. Hope she feels better soon. Excellent plays all round. Great use of spells. That was tense for a moment there. Still kind of wish that Juto was the one to get the belt of giant strength. Would match the wrestling belt.
And she couldn't wear both.
Too many things right now. I think.
She just couldn't wear both.
Yeah.
She was happy with her stone.
Happy with a stone. She was happy with my fucking dragon sword.
Let's face it, she would have taken all of them.
Yeah, that's true. Pepper Fruit Pesto donated, thank you very much, saying, great action-packed show as always, so sad Kim couldn't join in. Great job wrecking the giant bitch, and thank you Tom Hazel for playing along. It was a hilarious character and you played it so well. See you another time.
He's dead now.
There's
dead.
2 left.
Rip.
Elanthor donated, saying, thanks all for this session, it was amazing. And then we have Awkward Dog Boner.
Do you want to give it to Tom? Tom's last one for a while.
Tom's last awkward dog
Last
boner.
awkward dog boner. Okay.
Good luck.
Awkward dog boner donated. $3.50.
Don't do that. He hates it.
What?
The old ASMR. Don't do that.
As long as it's not in my ears.
ASMR.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't. This week's boner rating.
Steve was so mad.
This week's boner rating! Demon Ex Machina out of 20. Nice, perfectly planned dodge. Mark, raging hard-on moment. That lucky door fondled by 3 people finding its handle.
Good point.
Erection rejection moment. Reynard had the better idea. Strip the hot giant. Hashtag bone on Sunday.
Beautiful.
I suppose you
Lovely.
did basically.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Awkward Dog Boner.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you, everybody who donated. As always, your donations are very much appreciated.
Very much
I hope you
so.
enjoyed this. Like I said, there's not going to be a stream for the next couple of weeks, but we will return after the stream of Annihilation to have more HighRollers fun. Think about our next guest. I believe it might be a Mr. Alex Smith, but we'll see. And maybe
on
we'll see
availability.
Mr. Tom Hazel again in the future.
Yeah.
But
Thank
that's enough
you.
for us now. Take care. See you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.